First, the 49ers stay in the hunt for the home field advantage thanks to a 42-38 victory over the Chicago Bears. These are not the same Bears of the last 15 years. They are much, much, much improved thanks to the coach and thanks to that quarterback and those weapons they surrounded him with. But Brock Purdy had himself a night tonight, 24 of 33, 303, 3 touchdowns. He had an interception. Christian McCaffrey says, hey, y'all know I'm still versatile. 23 carries, $148. He had a touchdown. Brock Purdy, 6 carries, 28 yards, 2 touchdowns. Ricky Pearsall, 5 for 85. Jake Tongs had 7 for 60 and a touchdown. Juwan Jennings, 2 for 42 and a touchdown. And Christian McCaffrey always going to show up in the stat sheet on the receiving end. 4 catches, 41 yards. But they made a great stand at the end of the ball game because Chicago was really they put him under the gun, Ocho. They put him under the gun.
Yeah.
But the difference was in this ball game is that every time the 49ers got the ball into the red zone, they put the ball into the end zone. They didn't kick any field goals, Ocho. Ocho,
Yes.
what did you like about what you saw from this ball game?
Listen, obviously the way the game started off, Unc, and players need to understand. Purdy and Juwan Jennings, Unc, when I go 2 by 2, right, and you watch film, you go 2 by 2, first play of the game, 98% of the time, Jalen Johnson knows, okay, they're going slant flat. They're going slant flat right away.
Slant.
What does he do? He said, forget the quarterback. He didn't budge, Unc. He didn't do no read step. He didn't do nothing. He sat there. He jumped it. Boom. They jumped that. Touchdown on the first play of the game. 7-0 right there off the bat.
Yep.
Outside of that, there was no defense played after that play.
They tried,
but there was no defense played after that play. Listen, this is one of the better games that I've seen in a very, very long time. There's another game that was like this that was very, very exciting. It was the Kansas City Chiefs. I forgot what year it was, Unc.
Oh, you talking about with the Rams?
Yeah, yes.
On that Monday night game?
Yes. This is almost similar to that. It was offensive juggernaut from both teams. Caleb Williams looks extremely good. I said it before the season started. This is not the same Bears. I understood how good Caleb Williams was and what would happen once someone with the creative mind like Ben Johnson got there and was able to utilize the tools that Caleb Williams has at his disposal. Brock Purdy. I'm not sure, Unc, if he continues to put performances like this together and string them together. No Trent Williams, no Debo. Brandon Ayuk's not there. Obviously, he still has Christian McCaffrey.
George Kittle was out.
George Kittle was out. Ricky Purcell played well. Hey, is it time to talk about Brock Purdy being in the elite conversation, or is it too soon yet?
No, it's not too soon. He's been in the league long enough, Ocho. There wasn't a defense, but you're talking about maybe 2 of the top 5 signal callers in all of football. You're talking about Ben Johnson and you talk about Kyle Shanahan. And when you talk about great signal callers, you don't go very far without someone mentioning Kyle Shanahan. We know Josh McDaniel. We know Sean McVay. We know Andy Reid. But when you're talking about signal callers, you're gonna mention Ben Johnson. There's a reason why he got a head coaching job. We talk about Kyle Shanahan because the way he's gonna spread you out, and everybody. If you have a live number on, you can get the ball. Fullback, running back, tight end, second tight end, third tight end, first, second, third receiver. It does not matter. I love the way Chicago spread the ball around. Like 6, 7, 8 guys caught passes tonight. So who do you key on? Luther Burton showed that, okay, this is why they drafted me as high as they did. They did this without Rome Odunze. DJ Moore wasn't that involved, but you see Colston Loveland, Cole Kmet. Those guys played really, really well. It's going to be hard for me when people ask, well, who you like in the NFC? I don't know.
Yeah.
I really don't know because you look at Seattle, you look at the Rams, you look at the 49ers, you look at Chicago. I feel any of these teams can go in the other team's building and beat their ass.
Yeah, absolutely.
If you don't play your best football on a given Saturday or Sunday, come playoff time, you're going home, especially in the NFC, because these quarterbacks can light you up.
Yeah, and the funny thing you talk about is it's so hard to guess who out the NFC is going to be the one to go to the Super Bowl. It's going to come down to your defense. It's going to come down to the team defense because we know what they can do offensively. Offensively, the quarterbacks you just named, Caleb Williams, Matt Stafford, Brock Purdy,
Sam Darnold, Jalen Hurts.
Yeah, Jalen Hurts. Listen, the Eagles haven't looked the same, huh? The Eagles haven't looked the same.
They haven't.
Listen, last year, it was no question. It was out of shadow of a doubt, offensively, the Eagles, you know what? They going to the Super Bowl. But listen, the NFC, I have no idea. I literally have no idea. They look really good. That goddamn Luther Burden, boy, you have arrived, son. But Luther Burden, you have arrived. And all you got to do now, is you got to keep stacking them.
Keep it going.
Just keep stacking them. Game after game after game. They're gonna continue to get you involved. And damn near, honestly, next year, he finna be the number one.
Yeah.
Because we doing it week in and week out. Every week showing up. I know he had a costly drop towards the end of the game, but I like him, boy. I like him, man. But
the Bears clinched the NFC North title last night thanks to the Packers' loss, while the 49ers clinched the playoff spot last week. Both teams are still in contention for the number one seed. The Seahawks right now possess the number one overall seed, and they're 13-3. The 49ers wild card, they're 12-4. The Bears are in the 2 slot at 11-5. The Eagles are in the 3rd slot at 11-5. And Carolina, Tampa will decide the playoff who wins the NFC South next week when they go head to head. They're 8-8. Go ahead, Ocho.
Mm-hmm. I can tell you this right now. Now, I'm not saying I'm not telling you I got the script, but I know what's going to happen. The Panthers are going to beat the Bucs. I'm a Bucs fan. I'm a Floridian, but I'm just saying the way the season is gone, and as well as the Panthers have played all season long, they're going to beat the Bucs. It's a division game. They know each other very well.
Yep.
And I just know the edge is going to go to Carolina. And listen, if you're a betting man, listen to me now. And I'm telling you ahead of time, some people are going to be mad. They're going to be upset that I said this, but the Panthers are going to win that game.
I think the thing is, and we're going to talk about this a little later. Excuse me. Baker hadn't played his best ball. You can't turn the football over. I don't care how well you throw it. If you turn the football over and you give teams put the ball in harm's way, bad things normally happen. But when you look at this ball game, this is the second game. Remember last Monday night, Ocho, against Indianapolis. We saw what Brock Purdy did. He had 5 touchdowns, 1 interception. He followed that up with another virtuoso, a 3 touchdown, 1 interception game. Christian McCaffrey, 23 for $140. They ran the ball 34 times, 200 yards. The first quarter took damn near 4 hours. I'm like, well, damn. Is the first quarter? Because I looked up, Ocho, it's still 10 minutes to go, and it's 14-14. Yeah, I'm like, well, damn.
Yeah.
This was a very good ball game, and this is why quarterbacks look. You pray and you ask to God. You say, God, I won't ask you for anything else. If I'm an owner or general manager, I'm trying to get a quarterback. Lord, please let him pan out. And if he pans out, I won't ask you for anything else. Hey, because you got a Caleb Wick. Hey, I want to know, Ocho, because last year when he wasn't playing that well, they talked about his fingernails being painted. Do they know his fingernails still painted?
Oh, yeah, they still painted. It wasn't nothing wrong with him.
But that's not what they said. He can't play. He take the fingernail polish off. He still got his nail painted. How he looking?
Oh, he looks phenomenal. He looks like one of the tier 1 quarterbacks in phenomenal. And hold on, too. Now, he done this all season long.
Yes.
This ain't no 1 game or 2 games or 3 game stretch. He's done this consistently all year long, and he's the difference for this franchise, and he's the face of it now.
Yes.
And that's something that the Chicago Bears haven't had for a long time. Something to be excited about, something to go to the games about. And their identity, what used to be their defense, is now their offense because they have someone at the helm that can get it done week in and week out.
I sure hope they don't go to it because it's going to, everybody seems to want to get a dome stadium. So with the hopes of getting a Super Bowl, with the hopes of getting a Final Four, there's enough. There are too many teams already in the rotation. There are too many cities already in the rotation with nice weather. The Arizonas, the New Orleans, the Atlantas, the Miami, California, the Miamis. There's enough. Yes. Chicago, you're going to lose a lot. Denver, you'll lose a lot adding a dome stadium. A part of it is the elements. You want to bring somebody in there when it's freezing cold. You want it to be 10 degrees below zero, and somebody comes from a warm weather and you beat hell out of them. But everybody wants to be dome, and I get it. You want to get a new state-of-the-art stadium, and we can entice And the reason for the domes, Ocho, because you can have events year round. When you're outside, ain't nobody going in no damn cold. I don't give a damn what type of stadium you got. If it's cold outside, but when we got a dome, you can have a Taylor Swift or Beyonce. You can have a track to pull. And you, like they said, you can have a Final Four, or you can have a bowl game and things of that nature going on. But I just think the thing is, when I look at the Chicago Bears and I look at what they've done with Ben Johnson, and you go out and you get Joe Tooney and you get Dahlman at center, Pro Bowl, Tooney, Pro Bowler, your guard, Pro Bowler. You look at what they've done to solidify it front to back. Now we're going to draft the Luther Burton. We drafted Rome Odunze last year. We got DJ Moore. We drafted Colston Loveland in the first round. We add him to an already Cole Kmet. Man, hey, what's the Walker? Johnny Walker. Chicago's going to be good. They're going to be good.
They're going to be good for a while.
For a while. That division is going to be tough for a while. Detroit, Green Bay, Chicago, San Fran, Los Angeles, Seattle. Boy, that's going to be a battle.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
That's going to be a battle. But this was a very, very interesting game. I knew it was going to come down to whoever had the ball last. But when San Francisco when they had to bow their backs, when they had to stand tall, they did it. They stood up. They kept them out of the end zone. Because if you let them in the end zone, you're losing this game. You let them in the end zone, you're losing the game, because there ain't going to be enough time left. It's just not.
With 4 seconds, 5 seconds on the clock? That was it. It was a wrap.
They ran the lateral, boot, hooked it to him, got it to him. They had to go down there and kill the clock, so I got one chance at the end zone. I got one chance. And give Robert Saleh his defense bend, but they didn't break. They gave up 440 yards of total offense. But, hey, Chicago's defense gave up 496 yards of total offense. But this game was a very exciting game. I like these type of games, Ocho, because I'm an offensive player. If you're a defensive player, you hate it. The NFL loves it. More fans are like you and I, love people going up and down the field. As opposed to, man, I ain't trying to see no 13-10 ball game. That's not what they're looking for. Go ahead, Ocho.
No, that's it. No, you good. I didn't hit every point I could hit on that game, man. It was exciting. It was exciting.
Next Saturday, Ocho, at 4:30, you got the Carolina Panthers and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers for the division title on the line. Winner takes all. Somebody's going to the playoffs. Somebody's going home. And then you got the Broncos and the Broncos win. They're the number 1 seed. What other game is be interesting? Oh, Seattle travels to San Fran. That's a Monday night game, huh? That's Saturday? Oh, they got 2 Saturday games. Okay, they got 2 Saturday games, Ocho. My bad. They got the Carolina and Tampa at 4:30, and then you got Seattle, San Fran.
Ooh, hey, hold on. That Seattle, San Fran might look just like what we saw tonight.
It might. And then you got Sunday night, Ocho. The Ravens versus the Steelers.
Ooh. Oh, wait, that's for the AFC North, huh?
Winner take all.
That's for the AFC North. I like it.
Winner takes all. Those are the games that everybody's going to be locked in on. Look, the Broncos can sew up home field. The Patriots are going to be looking. The Patriots could possibly get that. The Jags play the Titans. So home field advantage there's a lot to be determined. Seattle wins. Seattle's the number 1 seed throughout the playoffs. Who the Rams? The Rams got the Cardinals. So we got some games. And this is what the NFL wanted. Look, first of all, if you're out of the playoffs, don't nobody care a damn what you do anyway. You can sit whoever you want to. Go home if you want to. Just say we forfeit. But this is what the NFL wanted, because prior, Ocho, we had too many games where star players were sitting out, where we were resting, getting ready for the playoffs. We can't move up or down, so we just gonna stand pat. Now they have something on the line. Ain't no resting. So Saturday, you got Carolina, Tampa for the division in Tampa, and Saturday night you got Seattle, San Francisco. That could, because if Seattle wins, Seattle not only wins the NFC West, they also are the number 1 seed.
Right.
Gonna be some. Who does that? Who does the Rams? Oh, the Rams. Who does the Rams play? Rams play tomorrow night, right? Yeah, I don't. We know who does the Rams play. Well, we know they play Arizona because that's a division game, so they got to be a division opponent. Oh, the Falcons. Okay, yes, that's right, the Falcons. Falcons. Ocho, remember we had this conversation. We had this conversation about Carolina. They had a 17-3 lead over New Orleans.
Yeah. Yes.
And they let New Orleans come back and they nipped them and won the ball game 20-7. I say you might look back and say, you know what, this was the division right here. But still, Tampa has lost a couple of games down the stretch that made this thing a lot more interesting than what we thought it was, because Tampa was cruising right along, and the next thing you know, they slipped and bumped their heads, and they allowed the Carolina Panthers to get right back in this thing. Ocho, went away from the AFC North title. The Steelers lost in Cleveland, the worst time of the Tomlin era. Myles Garrett didn't set a sack record today against the Steelers, but he also believed the main reason the Browns were able to get the win. Let's take a listen to what Myles Garrett had to say.
Yes, sir.
To an extent, I feel like they were more worried about keeping me away from Aaron than getting the win, and I think that's what came back to bite them. So they'll have to fight it out with Baltimore next week. But I'm just proud of the guys for fighting and getting this win. That's the main thing. And I'm always going to keep it that.
Ocho, do you agree with what he had to say?
Absolutely, I absolutely agree. I saw double teams, I saw triple teams, and it took away from Chips. It took away from them offensively what they wanted to do. Obviously, you don't have DK Metcalf in. If you don't have DK Metcalf, you need to do everything possible offensively to run your offense and make up for the productivity that you're not going to have from him. And having a chip and double team goddamn Myles Garrett the entire game takes away from exactly what he just said, doing the most you can from an offensive standpoint to make sure you win that game. Now, the elements and the conditions played somewhat of a part in it too, as well. But hell, the Browns had to play in the same conditions.
Absolutely. I agree with what Myles had to say. They put a lot of emphasis on that. They rolled the pocket more than they normally did. They had every time they always had a receiver to his side, or a tight end or receiver, and on the way out, you chip your way out. Well, in the meantime, I mean, you're not getting into that route in a hurry, because that's not how they approached Hutchinson. They were more concerned about, look, we don't want to be a part of your highlight tape. We don't want to be a part of your documentary.
Or history.
Yes.
Or history. Yeah.
So now you're going to look at like, okay, we didn't win. We come back. I'm trying to win. I'm trying to put people down the field. I'm trying to win the ball game. And if he gets a sack, he gets a sack. So who cares if he gets the sack if we go ahead and close out the division? Now we just made it a lot more difficult. There's no guarantee that you're going to have T.J. Watt. I know you like to have T.J. Watt, but there's probably a long shot. It's probably less than 50-50 that you're going to have it. But I agree. I thought Shador did some good things. I thought, even you saw Prime grab his hand and like, son, you can't do that. You can't throw the ball across field, hold it up there like you can't. You just can't.
Yeah.
You can't make those kind of mistakes. Turnovers are a premium at this time of year. Go ahead, Ocho.
I'm sorry, the one he threw to Judy?
Yes.
Yeah. Judy got to play DB right down. Judy got to do everything he can in his power to knock that ball down. Even if you're not in position to make a play, do everything you can to make sure that DB doesn't make it. The first interception, the other interception, obviously it was tipped. So that was unfortunate. There was one that was dropped where he threw it goddamn late to the goddamn flat, knowing good and well you can't throw the ball late to the flat. Especially in
51.
It's raining.
Dropped it.
The ball heavy. So it's definitely not going to get there as fast as you wanted to. So there's certain things that's going to happen. He's going to continue to learn and grow through those pains and in those situations, and know when those situations arise again, you just can't make the mistakes twice.
Yeah, I thought Jerry Jeudy caught what they threw to him. Harold Fanning, I thought that him going out really hurt them. He had tweaked that groin earlier in the week, and it was very like questionable whether or not he's going to play. He caught the one deep pass, and the next thing you know, he's out. So I definitely think that hurt Shador a lot because he's the guy that he trusts the most to throw to, and I can understand why. Because a lot of quarterbacks have a lot of faith in the tight end. It's a lot of easy throws for him. It's a lot of shallow crosses, a lot of drag routes. It's a lot of 5 to 10 yard routes, Ocho. And so that's especially in conditions like this, a defense like that, it's a mismatch because most of the time you're going to try to put a backer on him and they can't deal with Fanning corners or safeties. They're not big enough, so he can just maneuver them out of the way. But I thought he did some good things today. There's still some things he need to improve on, like getting the ball out of his hand. It's okay to get the ball out of your hand. You're not going to really run away from people. You're not. You're just not. Your feet ain't nifty like your dad's. But look, Cleveland, give them credit, Ocho.
Yes, sir.
I'm glad Cleveland not taking the approach that the Raiders took. Now, maybe if Myles was not on the cusp of this record, who knows what would happen? Because we know what the Raiders are doing. Ain't no secret about it. We know what they're doing. They didn't want to have any chance to win this ball game. They want a high draft pick. With that being said, Cleveland are going for it. Shador 17 of 23, 186, 1 touchdown, 2 interceptions. He was sacked twice. They really didn't run the ball particularly well today. Nobody did anything well today, Ocho, to be honest with you. 160, 291 yards total offense for the Steelers. Browns had 262.
Yeah, it wasn't nothing to talk about.
It really wasn't. It really wasn't.
The goddamn Steelers had me kind of nervous now towards the end of that game. Yeah, Denzel Ward came up big twice.
Ocho.
Twice.
Ocho. Help me understand. Valdez-Scantling, I understand you have familiarity with him. But you really like that matchup, Valdez-Scantling on Denzel Ward? Is that the matchup you really like?
Who else you going to? DK Metcalf is out.
Hold on. That is a Pro Bowler. And you're throwing to a guy that's bounced around the league. How many teams has he been on in the last 5 years? You're going against one of the premier corners, and that's the matchup that you like.
Yeah, premier top 3. We talk about top 3, but they're in a situation where they have no one else they can go to. There's no one else you can put out there.
Well, you can't go to him. So how close was he to catch a ball? Let me ask you a question. You watched, he went to him 3 times. Chad, how close was he completing any of those balls to Scantling?
No.
Wasn't he close? Maybe he was hoping for a PI.
Yeah,
but he's not a guy that Denzel Ward feels he needs a PI against. He's like, my technique is exquisite enough. I don't need to do anything special. He can't beat me.
Yeah. Yeah.
No, hell no. I'm not taking, man, please. I'll take my chance with Jonnu Smith. I'll take my chance with Freiermuth. I'll take my chance with Adam Thielen. I'll take my chance with Kenneth Gainwell on a Texas route or something. I am not effing with Denzel Ward.
Yeah, I feel.
You see what they got? He wasn't even close. None of those balls were even close. And that last ball, he was just hoping for a PI. Man, Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, stacked on top of Shaq, couldn't have caught that ball.
Couldn't have caught that, yeah.
Man, please. You'd have came out better going to Jonnu Smith or Freiermuth.
Yeah.
Possibly. I'm not fooling with Denzel Ward. So you're going to take, and I understand that there's some familiarity with him because he played with you in Green Bay. I get all of that. But not against that guy.
Yeah.
So if you got that guy going against Pat Surtain, you got that guy going against Stingley, you got that guy going against Denzel Ward, you really going 3 cracks at him against them? Man, please. But they know. They know what I'm on. Coach Tomlin said he didn't have a problem with that. Okay, what's he supposed to say? I wish you'd spread it. Coach, you gonna say that he had eligibility on that play, and certainly he's one of them. He's capable. I got no qualms about us playing to win the game in the way that we did. Yeah, was it? I don't know what the reporters like. Nah, I wish you'd went somewhere else. He's never going to say that. The head coach is never going to say you trust the quarterback, and especially a guy like Aaron Rodgers. My question is against Denzel Ward.
I mean, but before the snap, Aaron takes his reads, right? Everything is bunched up.
That chapter's closed.
Everything is bunched in.
That chapter's closed.
Listen to me. I got to have it right now. What other options do I have and DK Metcalf is not in? Am I trusting Freiermuth in that situation where I got to have it? Good player, yes. But got to have it moment? DK is out. I have no choice but to go to my next best option. I got to take my shots with 11.
So you're going to take your next best option against one of the 3 best corners in all of football.
You have no other options, though?
Yes, you do. Jonnu Smith, Freiermuth are better options against those guys. Thielen are a better option against the guys they're going with than Scantlin is going against Denzel Ward. You can't convince me that. Now, hold on. You telling me that's Chase? You telling me that's Njigba? You telling me that's one of those guys? Puka Nacua?
No.
Devontae?
No.
Okay,
but also,
you got me.
Hey, hold on. Jonnu Smith was there the whole 4 quarters. Freiermuth was there the whole 4 quarters. The Steelers only had 6 points with all those names you just had. So the next best option.
Did they pull Scantlin ass out the stands? He was there too. You're making it seem like they got his ass out the stands on the last drive. They brought his ass was playing the whole game also.
Hell nah.
Man. Look, and I think the thing, look, you're worried about Myles Garrett, so you already sped up in your mind because you know 95 is coming.
We coming.
You got a chip. You got a tackle. You got the guard that's always I'm making sure he's on the center. I'm always going to double back. I'm going to roll the pocket. But in a situation like that, if you roll the pocket, you cut half the field. They know you're not going to throw all the way back across the grain. So now you got to drop back, straight back. The Steelers have lost 4 games in a row in Cleveland. The quarterbacks for the Browns have been Jacoby Brissett in 22, Dorian Thompson-Robinson in 23, Jameis Winston in 24, Shedeur Sanders in 25.
Division game. I don't
give a damn who the division is. Ocho, you know that.
Talk to me.
Really? Division games against those guys? Thompson's not even in the league.
The identity's always been the defense. It ain't about the quarterback. It's that defense. That defense held him to 6 points today.
All I know is they won 4 games. So let me ask you a question. So where that defense been in those 12 games they lost?
Well, hold on. Unc, what you want them to do? The defense can't put up points too. Now we can get you the ball back, but you're gonna have to do something with that.
Somebody's scoring on them. Guess who the last playoff game they won against, Ocho?
Who?
Steelers. They dropped like 100 points on the Steelers. How many points? They scored like 38 points on the Steelers. They scored 48 on the Steelers.
Damn.
So you keep telling me the defense. All I know is Cleveland scored 48.
Yeah. But listen, we can argue the fact. Obviously, we know offensively they don't put up enough numbers, but their identity has always been their defense. Yeah. It always has been. The problem with they haven't been able to have is to solidify a quarterback. They haven't had someone in that position that, oh my God, okay, we finally got us one. Mm-hmm. Now we can go from here and build and put pieces around him. That's always been there.
Well, the Dolphins beat the Bucs, Ocho. It's hard to fathom that the Bucs can still win the division next week despite dropping 7 of their past 8 games. Mm-hmm. But if the Falcons lose or tie either the final 2 games, the rest of the Rams to the Saints in Week 18, the Bucs beat the Panthers. The Bucs would get in based on record versus common opponents, 4-4 versus 3-5. Man, I don't know what happened. I don't know what happened to Tampa, Ocho. I don't.
I don't either. I saw Mike Evans. Mike Evans was frustrated. You don't see him show emotion, very very often, but he was frustrated today. Baker Mayfield was running all over the place, trying to make plays work, trying to make things happen. Obviously, he used his legs very well. Costly interception, and the Dolphins just played well today. They played well today. Quinn Ewers, he looked nice, huh? He
14 to 22, 172, 2 touchdowns.
And that offense was moving up and down the field. Devon Achane looked good too.
18 to 8-3. Jalen Wright, 5 for 56. Theo Reese Jr. had 1 catch for 63 yards and a touchdown. Dulick, 5 for 58 and a touchdown. Baker Mayfield was 33 of 44, 346, 2 touchdowns, 2 turnovers. And he had 2 fumbles. He lost 1, so he had 3 turnovers. Again, go back to last week. Another heavy turnover game.
Yeah.
They get themselves into trouble when Baker turns the ball over. Jalen McMillan, 7 catches, $114. Chris Godwin Jr., 7 for $108 and a touchdown. Mike Evans, 3 for 31 and a touchdown. They didn't run the ball particularly well. I saw Bucky Irvins getting upset on the sideline, and Tristan Wirth was trying to calm him down like, hey, we'll be okay. We'll get this thing figured out. Ooh.
What happened?
I'm just, this is not, if you're Tampa, you mess around and get Seattle. You mess around and get the 49ers. You mess around and get the Rams coming in your building.
That's nasty work, boy. I don't want none.
You going home.
I don't want none of that. Unless Baker Mayfield has an outer body performance against those teams, you're going to have to match offense for offense. You're going to have to match score for score.
Quinn Ewers had 8 incompletions. What do you think, Stafford? What do you think, Purdy? What do you think? See, the only thing concerns me about Sam Darnold is a turnover machine.
Yeah.
Those other 2 guys do a very good job of taking care of the football.
Protecting the ball, yeah.
Sam Darnold got the second most turnovers in the NFL. That's not good. Because that'll get your ass beat come playoff time.
Hey, matter of fact, in Minnesota, what was the problem? He
when turned the ball over and got blown out.
Bingo. There you go. Got to be.
The Bengals.
Yeah, the who?
The Bengals.
Yeah.
The Cardinals today by the score of 37-14. But that wasn't the story. The story was guard Cody Ford provided the most surprising plays in the NFL. Ocho, they put him outside. He's a guard. He weighs 303 pounds.
Yeah.
They threw him a stop right. Joe said he went through his progressions. He wanted to throw it to Chase. Chase was covered. He threw it out there to him. Ocho, he's turned and got 20.
Hey, I jumped up my goddamn seat and said, what the? You should have saw Joe Burrow's reaction. Joe mouth was wide open like, what the hell? That is an offensive lineman dream. To be able to score a touchdown, maybe run the ball like Refrigerator Perry did, but to go out and line up out wide at receiver, catch a stop route, break a tackle, and gain 20 yards? And hold on, he almost scored.
If he'd have scored,
hey, I would have turned it
and give him the ESPY. That's NFL Player of the Year. If he'd have scored,
man.
But the Cardinals ought to be embarrassed.
Yeah, oh, absolutely.
They got to be embarrassed, Ocho.
But also, you got to think about it. You got a 300-pound man out there. Hey, you're not used to tackling that. You're not used to tackling low.
Why you try to tackle 300 pounds up high?
Hey, the first dude tried to tackle him up high.
And he got exactly what he deserved. He got exactly what he deserved.
But you could tell, you know what you could tell too? Before you go on to the next thing, you can tell that when he wasn't as big, he must have played some type of offense.
He probably played tight end.
He'd play some type of offense to look like that at 300 pounds with the ball in his hands.
He probably played Ocho. He probably played a tight end at some point in time.
Yeah, absolutely.
Maybe played hoop. Because Ocho, you got to understand now, a lot of times they have wrist protectors so their wrists don't bend back. They got they got the big thick ass gloves on.
Yeah.
They got
everything taped up too.
Yeah. And he caught that thing like it was nothing. Joe was 24, 31, 305, 2 touchdowns, no picks. He was sacked 3 times. Chase, 22 carries, 101 yards. Chase Brown, 22 carries, 101 yards.
He was toting that thing.
Chase had 7 for 60 for 2 touchdowns on 9 targets. T had 4 for 59 on 5 targets. Michael Wilson. Ocho, I told you this kid here.
Hey, he nice, huh? Hey, he's the number. Never mind. I ain't finna say it.
Trey McBride, 10 for 76. He now sets a new NFL record for the most reception in the season by a tight end. He passed Zach Ertz. Zach Ertz had the record at 116. He now has 117 with a game to go. I think Chase has 117 catches. Puka has 114. So it's going to come down. It's going to really come down to the end who leads. Well, obviously, Chase is in the AFC. Chase is going to lead the AFC in catches again. But it's going to come down to McBride and Puka who leads the NFC in catches. And I think you said Gronk led the AFC in tight ends and catches once upon a time. But Marvin Harrison Jr., no receptions on 1 target.
I remember that play. It was broken up. That play was broken up by not Dax Hill. Dax Hill. I remember that play. It was a 3rd down too.
Jacoby Brissett was 21 of 37, 212. He was sacked 4 times. They didn't run the football. So Cincinnati's been playing a lot better defensively. They've been getting after the quarterback, Ocho. They had 4 sacks today. Cedric Johnson had a sack.
Shamar Stewart finally got a sack.
Finally got a sack. Myles Murphy had a sack. But they are playing better today than what they played in a very, very long time. And unfortunately, it's going to be all for naught. When Trey McBride made his first catch early in the game in the second quarter, he became the first tight end in NFL history to have back-to-back 110 catches in multiple seasons. He's the only tight end that's ever gone over 100 twice, right? Has a tight end ever had multiple 100-catch seasons? He also set an NFL record. We mentioned 117 catch. He finished with 10 catches, opened the season. Oh, he got 119. Puka's at 114, right? With tomorrow's game to play. Okay. And Chase is at 117. Okay. The Seahawks beat the Panthers by the score of 27-10 for the 6th straight win. Still need to beat the 49ers to have the number 1 seed. Even after winning 13 games, including 6 straight, the Seahawks will need to beat the 49ers in Week 18 to win the NFC West and secure home field throughout the playoffs. Seattle still has a glaring turnover problem. They've given the ball away 28 times this season, the second most in the NFL. Their 2 fumbles today came via Sam Darnold fumble and an interception. Darnold now leads the league with 20 giveaways. Woo. Ocho, you turn the ball in the postseason, they're going home. I don't give a damn how good your defense playing. He was 18 of 27, 147 yards, 1 touchdown, 1 interception, and he had a fumble. Zach Charbonneau, 18 carries, $110. Kenneth Walker III, 15 for 51, 36 carries, 163 yards. JSN, Jackson Smith and Jigba, he had 9 catches for 72 yards. So he's got a pace. He got a chance, Ocho, at 1,800. Because he should be he had what do you have? 1639. So now he's over 1,700 with a chance. There ain't a whole lot of receivers that's ever had 1,800. Ain't a whole lot of receivers that's had 1,800 yards in the season.
What's the record again?
1964. Calvin.
How many yards would he need to break that? What, a 200-yard game?
Yeah. No, he would need 100. He's over 1,700, so he would need 165.
Who they play next?
They got the 49ers.
Oh. Well, hell, the way that
Luther Burton got 130 something. So I know he like, wait, Luther Burton, and I'm better than him.
Yeah, and he's gonna get way more opportunities too.
Yep.
So there's a good chance he might break that record, huh?
We might. He might.
Really good chance he might break that record.
Bryce Young was 14 of 24, 50 4 yards. Ocho, they had 139 yards of total offense.
Hey, that goddamn Seattle defense ain't no joke, bro.
Boy, they coming.
Boy, they
D-Law played out of his damn mind. He had a sack. Hey, D-Law going to the Pro Bowl.
Yeah. Hey, how come he was like this with the Cowboys, wasn't he?
He went to the Pro Bowl a couple of times.
You heard me? Wasn't he good there?
He got injured. He kind of got nicked. But he needed to have a change of scenery. He needed to go somewhere else. He needed to be somewhere else.
Right.
D-Law had a sack and a fumble recovery. Mafia had a sack. But, Seattle's playing. I mean, this is going to be that game next week, Seattle and 49ers, Ocho?
Woo! They might score 40 apiece.
They might. Eagles survived the Bills 13-12. The Eagles built up a 13-0 halftime lead thanks to the defense, but the Eagles punted 5 consecutive possessions in the second half, allowing the Bills to creep back. Per ESPN research, the 2025 Eagles are the first team since the 1987 Patriots to win multiple games in a season in which they didn't complete a second half pass.
That's crazy.
Hurts is the first quarterback in the play-by-play era, which means 1978, to go 0-7 or worse in multiple games in a season. Philadelphia improved to 9-0 this season when Hurts throws for fewer than 200 yards.
That's funny how that works, huh? And it's mind-boggling to me how it makes sense. How in games where he doesn't throw for a lot, they still win the game. In some of the games where he's thrown for a lot, they've lost those games.
I don't think he's thrown for a lot this year, Ocho.
Do you know how many yards they had?
How many 300-yard games he got? I think he got one 300-yard game this year, Ocho.
Hold on. I forgot what the stat line was in the fourth quarter. How many yards offense did they have in the second half?
17.
17. How is that even possible? I don't care nothing about the elements. I don't care anything about the conditions. How do you have 17 yards of offense total and still win a game? I don't get it.
He has one 300-yard game this year, Ocho. And that was my thing. Ocho, I could see. I agree with what McDonald, what the Seahawks did, Ocho.
Yes.
Because if I kick the PAT, Ocho, the next score wins the game. I'm going to win it or lose it in my possession. Ocho, in this situation, they had 17 yards in the second half.
Yeah.
They had done nothing. I'm going to take my chances in overtime.
Yes, sir.
I'm not going to, because far too many times teams bail them out. I'm going to make Jalen Hurts beat me. Ocho, 13 of 27, 110 yards. They had 82 yards rushing on 26 carries. They had 200 yards of total offense.
That's crazy.
Ocho, I'll repeat again. They had 200 yards of total offense.
That's crazy. Hey, there's some plays I'm sure that
Ocho. You go to Ocho. If it's a situation where a team going up and down the field, we can't stop. Ocho, they had 17 yards in 30 damn minutes.
Yeah, that's crazy.
And even though Josh had him, he rushed the throw, he missed it.
Yeah. Well, he saw that pressure at his peripheral. That pressure made him speed up his throw. Listen, that was easy. All right, for us sitting here, that's not at quarterback, and we don't have a DN or a D tackle, that we can see in our peripheral vision coming down to hit us. It's a little different. It's easy for us to say, it was an easy throw, but that's not how it looked to Josh Allen.
It's an easy throw for that guy. For an NFL MVP quarterback, for the average fan, the hell no, that's not easy.
Yeah.
But he rushed it when he didn't have to. He had more time than he think. They sped him up. But I would have kicked the PAT. I mean, look, and maybe because, hey, if he doesn't block, remember they got the first PAT block. He kicked it low, and
Jalen Carter.
And Carter blocked
Hold on. Low. Boy, you see how high Jalen Carter was?
Man, stop it, Ocho. That ball, man, you see that damn ball. Man, that ball was so damn low.
Hey, I don't know. I heard Jalen Carter got like a 40, 42 inch vertical, boy.
No.
Now that's just what I heard.
Yeah, okay. I don't know where you heard that from. But no, I just I'm going. If it's a situation like this, let's just say for the sake of argument, Ocho, like tonight's game, it's back and forth.
Yeah,
I don't want neither one of these teams to get the ball, Ocho. I'm gonna try to win it because I don't believe my defense. I don't believe my defense can hold. Because you saw both teams was going up and down the field. Hats off to the 49ers. But in that situation, Ocho, I'm gonna play for overtime.
Yeah,
because they haven't done anything, and I know, Ocho. Guess what? I'm gonna get a possession. It's not the first team to score. So if that's the case, Ocho, if I win the toss, I want the Eagles to get the ball.
Hold on. You know what? And I can say this on why we already going to the playoffs. So why am I worried about overtime? I want to win the game.
Theoretically, they still have an outside chance to the number one seed.
Oh, okay. But even with those implications,
still had a chance to win the division.
Right. I understand. I can see if this game was on the line and we have no choice but to win it for us to make the playoffs. Okay, now that's different. I'm playing for overtime. But hell, we going anyway, whether we get the first seed, whether we get a bye or not. You know what? I'm going to try to win this game. I'm going to try to win it. And I think that's the only explanation I can think of why they did what they did.
And what you call them? Again, your guy was a healthy scratch.
Keon, man,
it was funny. Ocho, you remember his press conference? It was funny. Guess where I got this from? I'm about to go back. It's funny.
Yeah.
But boy, let me tell you something. When the rubber need to meet the road, they're not laughing. Ochocinco couldn't be Ochocinco if he's not producing. They ain't putting up with that.
Oh, no.
They're not putting up with that. Shannon Sharpe could not talk the way Shannon Sharpe talked if Shannon Sharpe wasn't producing on the field. It's simple. All those funny lines and keying and you out there dancing. They say, bro, he ain't learned. They say, Ocho, he ain't learned this lesson.
Yeah. And listen, my antics was way over the top. On the field, in the locker room.
Your play was way over the top.
Yeah. It matched up. Can I tell you something real quick?
Go ahead.
This for the people in the chat. There are two players in the NFL right now that have the best personality by far. If they can get their games, it doesn't have to be equivalent to their personality, but anywhere near in the realm as close to their personality is on the field, boy, they would run the NFL. Keon Coleman, if he can get his game to match his personality, and they goddamn Xavier Leggett. Oh my God, they can run. I'm talking about off the field.
Well, you got to get up against press coverage. It's kind of hard to be a good receiver in the NFL if you can't get off man coverage.
Yeah. Listen, that'll keep you in the league for a long time, Being able to beat man.
Yeah,
that'll keep you around for a long time.
But if you can't beat man coverage, you either selling cars or coaching.
You wait. Or you give your offensive coordinator hell because he always got to create ways for you to get open.
No. You don't give your offensive hell that long because you'll be out the league.
That too.
You got to, if you're a wide receiver, if you play that position, you got two choices. Either beat man coverage or you're selling cars or you're coaching. Those are your only two options. Oh, you know what? There's another one now. A lot of NFL players, guess what they do, Ocho? They're personal trainers. So I add another one to the list. You coaching, you selling cars, or you personal training.
Hey, you just gave me an idea for another job. I'm glad you just said that.
All that keying, all that stuff, that's fine and dandy.
Yeah. Hey, I want to work with them two boys right there so bad, boy. I want to work with them boys so bad. When Keon Coleman get back to Buffalo next year, they ain't gonna have no choice but to have him on that field. I need Xavier Leggett down here in Miami with me. I need you for 1 month. That's it. But I love y'all boys, boy. Y'all is special. Y'all could be special. I'm telling you. I see it with my own eyes. Man, give me 1 month, please. That's it.
Ocho, the Steelers have declined to void DK Metcalf's $45 million in guarantees after his altercation with the Detroit fan resulted in a 2-game suspension. Per Jay Glazer, and this is Jay Glazer talking, the Fox insider. This is what Jay Glazer said this morning about DK Metcalf's altercation with the Lions fan, Ryan Kennedy. I actually have the security communication between the Detroit Lions and Seattle Seahawks security from the game last year when DK Metcalf, when he was with the Seahawks, complained about this exact same fan to security. He asked that the fan be removed over derogatory comments. I'm not going to repeat what those comments are on here. Obviously, we do not condone ever hitting a fan or anyone else. But this is to say, when investigated during the game, individuals around him state and corroborated that the fan was being out of line and indeed said these derogatory comments. They even asked us to remove the ugly guy. Now, Ocho, this is what, now hold on now. This is what was said last year. Let's put context. This was DK went to his security. He asked that the fan be removed because he was saying things that was derogatory. The security investigated and asked people that was around him. Yes, he said what DK said he said. Now, that's not to say that he said it this time. But there is a history with this young man because he made it seem as if this was so far out of the realm of possibility or probability that he would ever say anything in which DK said he said. It's just hard for me, Chad, and I could be wrong. I could be dead ass wrong. But it's hard for me to believe DK would react in the manner in which he reacted because somebody called that man his government name. Even after he said it on Steelers radio when he did an interview, I prefer they called me DKlin. But it's so hard for people to pronounce, I just go by DK and let it rock.
I mean, listen, I said what I said for a reason. Everybody talking about, oh, why you lying? Why you doing this? Hey, man ain't finna lie, man. You're not finna lie. And it's okay. It's okay, you know? You know, those that want to take it for the Lion fans and take it for Mr. Kennedy, I mean, so be it. No one is reacting like that based on someone just saying your government name over and over and over. You just don't. You don't.
No.
And then they have the audio that comes out. The audio is not even the actual individual we talk about.
That's his partner. That's somebody that's related to him. The video that came out, I think that's it's his son. His son recorded that. And then I think it was his nephew that said he's been going to the game trying to get this reaction, and it finally worked.
Hey, it's unfortunate, but obviously I knew the Steelers weren't going to void, you know, the remaining guaranteed money. I mean, that's not gonna happen. They weren't going to do that. So I'm happy for him. It sucks that DK now has to deal with going to court and having to, I'm assuming, maybe settle. It won't be a significant amount, you know, like this guy maybe thinks he's going to get based on the past history and in the proof of the past history of allegations or abuse or whatever it may be. And what bothers me is you go to a game and instead of acting like a civilized fan, you act like an asshole. You act like an asshole, and all of a sudden when something happens, now you get in front of the camera with your lawyer, and now all of a sudden you're so civilized. You know, you're so perfect. Now you're the goddamn victim. But you're out there at the goddamn game acting a fucking ass with your blue wig on, you know, making a fool of yourself, making the rest of the Detroit Lions fans look bad. Enjoy the game, haggle from afar, and just enjoy the goddamn game. All the shenanigans is unnecessary.
I hold the Lions culpable for this because if there was communication between the Seahawks and the Lions, and you know he said this, why would you allow him to come back? Even when fans around that area said he uttered what he uttered last when the Seahawks came there last year, the fans around in this area said, yes, he said those things. Lions, why would you allow? Because you revoked somebody's ticket that got into it. Who did they get into it with last year? They got into it with somebody last year, and they took their season tickets from him. They took the tickets from him.
Yeah.
See, this could have been remedied. See, the NFL didn't have a choice but to suspend him because they tried to remove themselves from culpability here. You know, a lawsuit coming, Ocho.
Yeah, I mean, listen, he ain't finna be. And listen, he ain't finna be that. I can tell you that. He ain't finna be that.
Yeah, and they removed the fan, right? Right. You remember the guy last year that got into it with LaFleur?
Oh yeah. I remember that.
What did Green Bay do? They took his tickets. Now, in this situation, the security... Right, that's what I'm saying. But hold on. From what Jay Glazer said, I actually have security communication between the Detroit Lions and the Seattle Seahawks. Security from the game last year when DK was in Seattle and complained about the exact same fan to security. He asked that the fan be removed over derogatory comments. I'm not going to repeat what those comments are. Obviously, we don't condone ever hitting a fan or anyone else. But it says, we investigated during the game. The individuals around him states and corroborate what the fan was being out of line and indeed said these derogatory statements. They even asked us to remove the guy. Now, with that being said, why would not the Lions? This is their fan. This is one of their ticket holders. Why wouldn't they do that? This could have been removed. When the fan had the altercation with LaFleur last year, they took his tickets immediately.
Yeah. Well, they listen. One thing about it, boy, the coach. They not having that. They not having that.
Why not? Hold on, Ocho. He did everything right. See, This is what people get upset with the system. I do everything right and the system still fails me. Ocho, I do everything right. You said report it to your security. Security goes to the Lions. They talk to people in the area and you still fail me. What choice do I have? I felt I had nowhere else to turn. You wouldn't take proper steps, proper precautions. Now, guess what's going to happen? Now they want to remove it. Now they're going to want to remove it. They're going to want to remove. They're going to want to remove. It's too late. Ocho, why would you close the barn door once the cows are out?
That's a good one. I like that. Yeah, hey, it's unfortunate, Unc. It's unfortunate. And listen, I'm all for, and you know how I am, and I know you like that too. I love being in hostile environments. I love fans talking trash. I love talking back. But now you think you're invisible because you're in the stands. Well, now I can get away with saying whatever I want. Mm-hmm. Like, come on, man. Come on now.
But Ocho, but you remember, they're only words. When some people use words against others, they're more than words. When other people use other words against others.
Come on now. I'm picking up what you're putting down. You ain't got to explain it to me.
Some things are offered without explanation. What's understood don't need to be explained. And Chad, y'all know what I'm talking about. All I'm saying is DK did everything he was supposed to do. He reported the incident to his security. Security took it to the Detroit Lions. Jay Glazer. Now, if it's a lie, Jay Glazer, not true. I know Jay. Been knowing him a long time. If he says he was the one that broke a Spygate. He actually had the footage. And maybe if he didn't have the footage, because they might have would have tried to sweep that under the rug, but he had the actual footage. Now, with that being said, he says, I have the communications. The NFL is going to want to know why the Lions didn't do anything. I can promise you that.
Yeah.
The NFL is going to want to know, okay, if you had this information, and it was corroborated that he said this, why was he still allowed to come into this building? Because they got all these fancy slogans, inspire change, say no to hate. They got all these things written on the helmets and on the field and all that.
Yeah. Hey, I guarantee you, I know one thing. Won't have no more problems out of any more fans no time soon.
No, this is no. Because I mean, some fans go to the thing try to try to incite that kind of, and then well, it's just and people. And what makes me is only words. A lot of people have been killed behind words.
Yeah.
Is that what you go to the? Is that what you go to the game for?
No.
Is that what you go to the game for?
Listen, you can go to the game. You can heckle. You can have fun. You can talk trash. But going.
Derogatory, being derogatory, using racial. That is not heckling. It's never been heckling.
Yeah, I know that part. That's what I said. But going that far, that's a no. And you know that.
Of course. Of course. And all I can do is do what I'm supposed to do. Is go through my security. They go through the proper channels, meet with the Lions, and says, look, this gentleman here, there are fans in that area that corroborate what DK said he said. Fans in the area heard him say it and corroborated. The NFL is going to want to know, why didn't the Lions take the proper steps? Because we saw last year when a fan had a confrontation with Matt LaFleur, they took his season tickets.
Yeah.
The NFL is going to want to know why wasn't something done to this gentleman?
But the NFL, they move swift too, Unc. That they're going to put a rule in place now for the fans. They're going to put a rule in place now.
They should.
And it's going to happen swiftly. So anytime there's an issue at a game, they're going to make sure this doesn't happen again. They're going to make sure this doesn't happen again.
Hey, Ocho, you sorry, you suck, you're not good, your team.
That's good. That's okay.
When you start using whatever term, whether it's an Asian, whether it's whomever, black, Hispanic, whatever the case may be, once you start using derogatory terms,
right,
that's not heckling.
Yeah, you didn't cross the line.
That's not. You start talking about somebody's wife or kid, that's not heckling. So this notion that, that's all a part of it, and no, that's not a part of it. It's never have been. Because if that's the case, well, I don't know why they're trying to shut down all these things. All I know is that they're trying to take a lot of free speech, but they try to take certain people's free speech. Listen what I'm saying.
I hear
Read
you.
between the lines now. The Ravens and the Steelers will play Sunday night in Pittsburgh. The winner takes the AFC North and the number 4 seed in the playoff. The loser, their season is over.
Yeah, they lucky we not in it. I know that.
Ocho, I'm interested to see if you agree with me.
Talk to me.
I'm starting Huntley.
What?
I'm starting.
You talking about what you playing Madden?
Nope.
You talking about real life?
Yep.
Man, please, you tripping. You can run the same offense you did, right?
Yep.
And make sure you stick to the same formula when you got Ocho back there. I'm talking about 8. I'm talking about a young bull from Pompano. Just run the same formula. There's no need to start Huntley. You can't. Huh?
Because I know he's back there. So I'm going to ask him to do more.
No, you don't have to ask him to do more.
If that was the case, so why did you do that against New England? Derrick Henry was in the backfield, 18 carries, 128 yards, 2 touchdowns. So why haven't you been doing that? If you got 8 back there, you know he came off a hamstring injury. Why didn't you do what you did with Huntley in Green Bay?
Hey, but you hear what I'm saying, right? If you just coming off a game, right? You understood what you had to do to win. You understand how you won. So common sense as a coach, from upstairs to downstairs, you take the same formula you beat Green Bay with, and you do the same thing against goddamn Steelers.
Let me ask you a question. Is Lamar going to be able to get out of harm's way like Huntley did last night when Green Bay?
Are we questioning Lamar Jackson's ability to escape?
I'm questioning, has he looked like Lamar Jackson since he's gotten back?
No, not.
Why not? You said
no.
he's Lamar Jackson. You said don't question his ability. Has he looked since he came back from that injury? Has he looked like Lamar Jackson?
No, not the one.
Why not?
No. Because he's coming off injury.
So therefore, start Huntley. Thank you. See, that wasn't so hard, was it, Ocho?
Nah, I don't like where you're going. I hear what you're saying. I hear what you're saying loud and clear.
You don't like where I'm going.
Yeah, I don't like where you're going. Well, that's like saying, well, hell, you know what? Just for the sake of argument.
Okay.
Patrick Mahomes not playing well, right?
No.
Let's say Josh Allen's not playing well, or Joe Burrow's not playing well. Or they don't look the same as what we're used to seeing them look. Are you saying put the backup in? Like, no, it just makes no sense.
No. Ocho, we've seen it before. We see guys. Hold on, let me ask you. In 1990, Jeff Hostetler, Phil Simms injured. Jeff Hostetler stays in, goes through. They win the Super Bowl. All I'm saying is we know Lamar Jackson is a better quarterback, but Lamar Jackson isn't healthy. Therefore, if he's not healthy, you can. And this is the problem that we have. A 70% Lamar Jackson is better than anybody. Are you telling me 70% Lamar Jackson is better than a 100% Huntley?
Absolutely. What are we talking about?
If that was the case, they shouldn't have lost to New England.
Oh, come on now, man.
Lost those games. The problem is, think about what you would have happened. Think about when Lamar went out if you start Huntley instead of Cooper Rush. See, therein lies the problem. You started a guy that hasn't played well. That's neither here nor there. This is a whole different argument. I believe you should have started Huntley to begin with. But I'm saying this based on what I've seen. Plus, he's got a hamstring and he's got a back injury. I'm starting Huntley.
Okay. Listen, on that, we can agree to disagree on that. Okay. But I'm going with the player who gives me my best chance to win. I'm going with my two-time NFL MVP. I'm going with him. Okay. I am not for one game. Oh, he had one great game where he isn't the reason why we won. The reason why we won is because what the young bull did in the backfield. What are you talking about?
That King Henry. We gonna come back to this. Ocho,
what's up?
We put a poll up. It's closer than you think. Only 54% of the chat said they would start Lamar Jackson over the Steelers next week.
Hey, you know this is the funny one. This is the funny one. Because the fact that we have football people that enjoy the game, that have watched Lamar Jackson play, whether hurt, whether injured, whether healthy, that would actually sit him down for Tyler Huntley, who I respect. I like Snoop. I much respect to Snoop, obviously, in understanding that they won the game running the ball. It had nothing to do with the quarterback play.
Yes, it did. Ocho, don't do that.
I'm confused.
Ocho, don't do that.
I didn't do nothing.
You did.
Look, Derrick Henry ran for 2,000 yards against the Green Bay Packers.
So what about that touchdown pass? What about those timely throws? They didn't do nothing, huh? What about those timely runs?
Y'all can't be serious. You can't be serious.
I'm dead ass. I'm confused. You see,
I'm confused. You have your season on the line with a chance to not only win the AFC North, but to make the playoffs. And you talk about starting your backup. What are we talking about?
You make it seem. So let me ask you a question. If Lamar Jackson is healthy, why wasn't he starting in Green Bay?
He wasn't healthy.
There you go. That's my point.
Well, he's gonna be healthy this week.
How are you so sure?
What you mean? How I'm so sure?
How are you so sure he's gonna be healthy? Who said that? You a doctor?
No, I ain't.
Last I checked, you're not Leanne Curl. I know Leanne Curl, the team doctor.
But I can tell you this: I guarantee he'd be healthy, and I bet he play.
Ocho,
I guarantee you that.
I'm saying, Ocho. All I'm saying is that he needs to be 100% or as close as possible. Because if he's not, Ocho,
who's 100% in week 18?
Huntley. Snoop Huntley.
Nobody on the NFL
Snoop
roster
Huntley
is
is
100%. You heard me? Nobody is 100%
Snoop
on the
Huntley
NFL
is.
roster in week 18.
Snoop Huntley is.
So Snoop Huntley, if that's the case, they might as well just let Lamar Jackson go since you believe in Snoop so much.
Whoa. See,
if you believe in Snoop so much, no. If you believe in Snoop Huntley that much, they might as well let Lamar Jackson go. If you believe he should be the quarterback of the future. If that's the case.
Nah, ain't nobody said that.
That you ain't making no sense. See, you couldn't be no GM. You couldn't be no head coach.
Actually, I could.
In fact, you know what? All them coaching jobs that I said you need to be, you can't be no coach off of that.
First of all, you couldn't be a GM because anybody from Florida gonna get $100 million contract no matter what position they play. You're not gonna criticize any wide receiver. So that's first and foremost for you.
Hold on. I've been very critical now. I've been very critical. I done got way better at that. Oh no. Hell. Hey, you know what? You acting like, you know what this remind me of?
What?
When Jerry Jones said, we gonna be all right, we gonna be better without Michael Parsons. That's what you sound like saying Tyler Huntley needs to start for the goddamn Ravens. We gonna be fine. And that's the way that gives us our best chance to win the game against the goddamn Steelers.
I believe a healthy Huntley will be more effective than a so-so Lamar Jackson. If Lamar Jackson, we're not even having a conversation. But the mere fact that he was out, Ocho, Ocho, you've seen him play. He's not the same. His legs aren't the same. You know it. I'm not saying the guy's not this is not to take away a 2-time MVP. We're not talking about anything like that. What we're talking about is that he doesn't look the same the last 3-4 weeks of the season. He doesn't. And anybody that's watching and being honest knows that Lamar Jackson doesn't look the same.
A Lamar Jackson that doesn't look the same. A Lamar Jackson that doesn't look the same, the past 3 weeks that you talk about is still better than 90% of the quarterbacks in this NFL.
I ain't talking about 90% of the quarterbacks. I'm talking about the quarterback that's on his roster.
Over him. Like, come on, man. What are we talking about? Come on, Unc. Don't do that. Come on now. I like, hold on. Matter of fact, you drinking tonight?
Nope.
You mean you saying this shit sober?
Sober. Tweeted it early, too. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Hey, you know what? You troll this. I'm being punked, Tom. You.
No, I'm dead ass, Ocho.
No. Hey, I know Ash can hear me. Ash, he punking me?
Nope.
Man, come on, man. Hey, but you know what? That's okay. That's okay. I mean, that's how you feel. I'm not even a Ravens fan. But I understand. Who gives them their best chance to win the game against the goddamn Steelers?
Your team. If I'm them, they should rest Joe Burrow. Don't run no risk of getting him for what? What you playing him for?
Because he wants to play. That's what people do. That's what competitors want to do. They want to play. He don't care about us not being in the playoffs. They don't care nothing about that.
I mean, how many times y'all gonna miss the playoffs?
2. The last 2 years.
Y'all have missed the playoffs about 3 years. About 3 times since he been there.
The last 2 years.
I don't know. I'm talking about since he been there.
Oh. Well, hell, Unc, we can't make it every goddamn year.
Oh, yeah, you can.
We not as fortunate as the Chiefs. We're not as fortunate as the Eagles. We had a down year. We'll be back next year, though.
Y'all had a down last year.
Well, sometimes you have 2 down years.
The Broncos are one step closer to winning the AFC West and clinching the number 1 overall seed. It will win tonight. If the Chargers were to lose at the Texans, they would be the number 1 seed. But that remains to be seen. But the Broncos win tonight 20-13 over the Kansas City Chiefs. Bo Nix, 25 of 38, 182, 1 touchdown, 1 interception. He was also sacked once. They had 32 carries, $128, 26 pass attempts, completion, 182 and 1 touchdown. Kansas City, Oladokun was 13 of 22 for 66 yards. They ran the ball for 82 yards, so barely less than 150 yards of total offense. It looks like tonight, Ocho, the Broncos look, we don't believe they can move the ball up and down the field on us. Let's not do anything careless. Let's not get reckless with the football. They were very, very conservative, very, very generic and the play selection in which they ran, and they were able to escape a divisional rival without one of the best quarterbacks in the NFL, Patrick Mahomes, down two starting corners. The Kansas City's defense and the starting offensive line was in shambles, but I thought they did a great job against the number one sack team in the NFL. They only gave up one sack. And he did a great job of getting out of harm's way. Ocho, watching this ball game, what did you like about what you saw from the Broncos, and what didn't you like?
I didn't like the fact that they played down to the competition. I would have loved for Sean Payton to be a little bit more aggressive. Obviously, trusting Bo Nix. To me, it almost seemed with the way the play calling was tonight, knowing that they're down and don't have Patrick Mahomes at the helm, let's take advantage of this situation. Let's take advantage of them being that they don't have Patrick Mahomes, and let's put the pedal to the metal. Let's be aggressive. Let's allow Bo Nix to put up those type of stat lines he put up the past 2 previous weeks. It didn't look like that tonight. Tonight, it looked like the Broncos played down to their competition. I mean, that's what it looked like to me. I'm not sure what the problem was. At some point, they're going to have to let Bo Nix off that leash, Unc. They got to let him off. They got to let him off that leash, especially once you get to the playoffs. I know you want your defense to be able to carry you through the way, but your quarterback is going to have to come through for you at some point. They did win, though. There's nothing I can say. They win.
They won, but you don't accept anything in a win you wouldn't in a loss. And had you lost this game, you'd have been very disappointed in your performance. And I love the Broncos. I don't make any bones about that, and there's nothing to be ashamed of. But for me right now, looking at this team over the last 3 weeks, I think they're closer to being one and done than they are winning a playoff game. It's just too, because in the playoffs, a team can grab the momentum and you'll find yourself down 14, 17 points in the blink of an eye. In the blink of an eye. And I see some things that's concerning for me, and I've watched it. Look, you can't listen. If you got Tom Brady or Patrick Mahomes, you can keep winning these one-score games in the regular season, and it'll translate in the postseason because they've been there and they've done that. You're talking to a quarterback that's never been there and done that, and the game got out of hands last year against Buffalo. So he don't know what it's like to be in a nip and tuck ball game come postseason. You think the pressure is immense in the regular season, you times that because this is finality. You lose that game, you're going home. See, you lost last week against Jacksonville. Guess what? You played Thursday night. In the playoff, there is none of that. And so that's concerning to me because I see some things consistently. And sometimes it's Sean Payton, I don't get why all of a sudden he's a situation that's moving the ball good, and then he gets a bright idea. You know what? Let me show my genius. And he just tries something off the cuff that really doesn't make a whole lot of sense to me. The defense was the defense tonight. I thought they would get after him a little bit more than what they did. I thought they was very conservative. They didn't bring pressure, Ocho. They just played a lot of base defense and just sat back and covered.
You know what? They knew they had nothing to worry about. Patrick Mahomes wasn't there, so you know what? It's really no need to do that. And obviously, the backup quarterback, Oladokun, he got legs, huh? He got legs. Now, you bring pressure if you want to, and he come out that backside on, he can hurt you. So, I mean, what they did, they had a great game plan defensively.
If you don't mind me asking, Ocho, when people attack the Ravens, when people attack Josh Allen, what do they do? Do they sit back there and play, or do they bring pressure?
That goddamn pressure, boy.
Because I want to make a decision now.
You want to speed it up. You want to speed it up. Okay, I'm with you when you're right, but they didn't see him as a threat, huh? They didn't see him as a threat, which is why they played the game the way they did. Yeah, we good. We can sit back here and just play ball. I ain't got to do nothing extra. I ain't got to do nothing exotic. I'm just calling my defense. Y'all boys do what y'all do.
I agree with you. I just think the last thing is I'm not so sure. That last play to Hollywood Brown, look, he couldn't set his feet. The ball sailed on him. It got a little high. But for it to come down to a throw at the end of the game, And when they're down their starting quarterback, their MVP quarterback. They're down that offensive line. They're down 2 starting corners, and all you can muster was 20 points. And I understand it's a rivalry game. I understand it's on the road. But there's a chance you don't get home field, and you're on the road. So then what? And every team that you're faced is better than Kansas City is right now. Every team, whether it's the Texans, whether it's the Chargers, whether it's the Jags, whether it's the Patriots, I don't care who you're going to face come postseason. Everybody, because of their quarterback situation and because of their defense is banged up and their offensive line is banged up, I don't know. I just the thing that I know is that when you're playing your best football heading into the playoffs, that normally bodes well for you come postseason.
Yes, most definitely.
You want to be hitting on all cylinders.
Obviously, it takes for the goddamn head coach to have goddamn trust and confidence in his quarterback to be able to make the right decision with the ball, and that opens up the playbook. That opens up the playbook, and we can tell those who watch the game and those who play the game, they can tell when the head coach trusts in his quarterback by the goddamn play calling. What you drinking over there, huh?
Hey, you see my cooler? I got a little cooler.
That's a cooler. Hey, where you got a little mini cooler from? Boy, that cooler.
Whoa, hold up. It ain't got no bingo logo on it.
Listen,
So why you
I'm
want
not saying
one?
I don't want one. I ain't never seen no cooler that goddamn small, boy.
I ain't never seen nothing but small either, but it's refreshing.
You got it for Christmas?
That cool, refreshing drink.
Okay, what kind of drink? What you drinking in there?
Whoa, what you Crema?
Huh?
Hey, Crema, you drink? I mean, you have something.
Oh, so
nice.
hey, I know what it is. That's a little eggnog in there, huh?
Ain't no egg. A little concoction.
Okay.
Let me show y'all a little concoction I've been working on.
Okay. Oh, you got something new coming out?
A little concoction, put a little something in there.
Oh, okay. Oh, you got. So
man.
hold on. Hey, what's the chaser? What's the chaser? I don't drink, but I know about the chaser. What you use as your chaser?
A little old ginger ale.
Okay, so ginger ale and Le Portier. Okay.
Yeah, man. Y'all try it.
Hey, you know what you need to do? Hey, I know it's Christmas, so you might want to pop one of them sparks, huh?
Man, Ocho, I be like Superman. Lay in the bed. I can't even lay down on my stomach in the bed. If I pop one of them, man, the last thing I want to do is Superman. Ocho.
You got to go out the new year. You got to go out the right way now. We only got a few more days.
Oh, the new year? Oh, I'm out like a scout of the new route. The new year? Oh, I'll be 26. You know what I'm saying? My probation officer said I've been doing good. He said I ain't went too far. He said that time with Ocho, he said that was pretty funny. But other than that, Shannon, you've been good. So we might have to move your date up a little bit. I said, okay, I sure appreciate that.
Yeah, we can move it up. We can damn sure move it up. Listen, we only got about how many days left in the new year? What, 6?
The day that we only got 6.
Yeah, we good. Hey, you might well start. You might well warm it up right now.
Yeah, we only got 6. RJ, I mean, look. It's a quick. I'm not making excuses, but it's a fast turnaround. First of all, it's Christmas. You just played Sunday. You're a little sore. A lot of people probably want to be with their family and got kids and want to open presents, especially if you're the road team. You're the road team, and you're playing the last game of the evening. So not only because like at least the Cowboys or Detroit, they're going to get back in time in order to do something. Man, the Broncos not going to get back till. Well, it's 2 hours difference in the time, so it's 1 hour difference, so it's 7. They might get back. So you leave the stadium in an hour, take an hour to take off. It'll take you about an hour and a half to get there. So it's gonna be probably about midnight, maybe 1 o'clock, if everything goes according to plan. But look, it's tough playing divisions game. Kansas City is not an easy place to play, but you couldn't ask for better conditions. You could not have asked for better conditions this time of year for Kansas City. Nobody had on sleeves. Nobody. Because it was so warm. You like, damn. I'm like, damn. I remember going to Kansas City in December, and I ain't getting no weather like that. Hell, I remember going in November and not getting weather like that. So the weather was perfect. But a part of me can't understand what Sean Payton was thinking. He's like, look, this team, unless we do something crazy, we give them a pick 6, we give them a scoop and score, and that's how they scored. If we don't turn the ball over, they can't beat us. So if we make them run the field, if we make them go the length of the field and not give them short fields, don't give them pick sixes, don't give them scooping scores. Don't do what Detroit did. They saw what Detroit did earlier, Ocho. 6 turnovers. That's how you get beat. That's how you get eliminated from the playoffs. We saw this with Detroit last year against Washington in the divisional round. They had 5 turnovers. Jared Goff had a day. He messed your fans today. But the Broncos, look, Bo Nix, 26 of 38, 182, 1 touchdown, 1 interception. Nothing to write home about. There was nothing really to write home about. I kind of feel bad for the fans that stayed up and kind of watched this game because what they were hoping for. I thought Cortland Sutton had a couple of plays on his hand that he let get away from him. That first one, you're a Pro Bowl receiver. You probably should come down, but that's okay. I'm going to forgive that one. But that touchdown? No. The first one on third down that he dove out. Bo Nix stepped up in the pocket. I kind of forgive that one because he dove for it and he didn't get a chance to bring it in. So in the process, by the time he got that, it had hit the ground and popped out. But that touchdown, you got to have that. Yeah, you definitely got to have that because. You can't give away
the drag,
points.
the crossing right that got up on the pad. Bo put some heat on that one, boy. Yeah. Okay.
He's gonna have to learn some touch, Ocho. Everything you can't be throwing through a hurricane. Have some touch. But look, I mean, Kansas City couldn't have any more worse luck than what they had. Your starter gets hurt. Your backup gets hurt. You're down your 2 starting corners. You're down your right tackles. You're right. I mean, I don't know if Trey Smith played, so probably the only really starter that's in there is probably your left guard and your center. But they battled. They'll be back next year. The Broncos. I'm sure Sean Payton's like, hey, we won the ball game. It was a short week. Congratulations. Now we get, you get some time off. Tomorrow's Friday, so you probably get Friday. They'll probably get the rest of the week off, Ocho. Probably get Friday, Saturday, Sunday. I'll see you guys Monday.
Listen, you might as well. You might as well. Look, we in week 17. Week 17, Yeah, man. Yes. Everybody's in rhythm. Allow them boys to rest up, recover, spend time with their families. We just played Sunday. We turned right back around and played Thursday. We played Thursday, didn't turn right back around and play Sunday. Y'all go ahead and chill for a little bit.
Mm-hmm. They're 1 win away. Look, the Broncos inch closer. All they need now is for the Chargers to lose. If the Chargers don't lose, the Chargers play the Broncos the final game of the final regular season game, Ocho. If the Chargers beat the Broncos and beat the Houston Texans, they win the AFC West. And they're trying to do everything they can to hold on to that number 1 seed because New England's in position to get it, and Jacksonville is in position to get the number 1 seed. So this is a very important game for the Broncos. We'll see what happens this weekend. They get an opportunity to sit back and relax and say, okay, we've already taken care of our business. Let's see what happens this weekend, and they'll know definitely what they need to do come weekend and next weekend and see if they can clinch that number 1 seed and the AFC West division title. But so the Broncos are 13-3, Ocho. The New England Patriots are 12-3. Jacksonville's 11-4. The Steelers are 9-6. That is your division leaders as we currently speak. The Chargers are 11-4. Buffalo is 11-4, and the Houston Texans are 10-5. So those are your wild cards as we currently speak. Now, obviously, the number 1 seed, the 1 seed, 2 seed, 3 seeds, all that can fluctuate. All that can fluctuate. But as we sit right now, the Broncos are the number 1 seed at 13-3. The Patriots are the number 2 seed at 12-3. Jacksonville, the number 3 seed at 11-4. And the Pittsburgh Steelers are round out the division leaders at 9-6. So there are going to be a lot of people scoreboard watching on Sunday, Ocho. You know how it goes. Like, okay, we here. Let's see what they do. Come on, man.
Stand at the scoreboard the whole game.
You're gonna be cheering for teams that you normally hate. Like, I don't know why I got to cheer for you guys, but come on.
And you hate being in that position where you have to rely on someone else for your destiny. That's one of the worst feelings in the world, boy.
The Lions' playoff chances ended with a 23-10 loss to the Vikings. Sorry. The Lions entered the season with the 5th best odds to make the playoffs, but now have dropped 4 of their past 5. Goff was sacked 5 times. The Vikings defense forced 5 turnovers by him, 2 interceptions, 3 fumbles. Again, Goff had 5. Remember, in the divisional game against the Washington Commanders, he had 5. He had 5 today, and Jahmyr Gibbs fumbled. So they had 6 turnovers. Entering tonight, Ocho, they only had turned the ball over 8 times.
All season.
The fewest in NFL. With the loss, Detroit has now lost more than the previous 2 seasons combined. And Dan Campbell won't run away from retooling the roster in the offseason, wherever it's necessary. But, hey, I think we need to talk about something. We need to have a real conversation. Who started calling the plays? Who took over the play calling, Ocho?
Mr. Campbell?
Ain't nobody want to talk about that because they won the first time he took over. And everybody was talking about, whoa, yeah. Okay. Okay, now. Let's talk about that.
It look good. Hey, I'm trying to, when it comes to the play calling, I'm trying to talk about the running game. What happened to the goddamn running game? Jahmyr Gibbs was on fire. Week to week. I'm talking about back-to-back weeks. He was putting up crazy numbers, hitting his head off the goalpost from way out there in the field. Then all of a sudden, the past, 4-5 weeks, the running game has been abysmal. It's somewhat disappeared. I'm not sure what's going on with the goddamn offensive line. What the hell is wrong with the goddamn center? He forgot how to snap the goddamn ball.
Yeah, and your left tackle, you got Skipper playing at left tackle when really he's a swing lineman. He comes in, Ocho, he always reporting, rubbing himself, letting the officials know that he's eligible. He's not a guy.
No.
Unfortunately, Ocho, Penei Sewell, he's your best offensive lineman. You might have to kick him to the left side.
You got to.
You wasted him on the right side.
You have to. Listen, he's a Swiss Army knife, Unc. He can do just about. He can play right guard, right tackle, left guard, left tackle. He can do it all. He's that good at what he does. And the fact that, goddamn Brosmer was 9 for 16 for 51 yards. 9 for 16 for 51 yards. This ain't Pop Warner. This is an NFL game. This is Chad. This is an NFL game. The stats for a starting quarterback. He's a backup, but he was started tonight in a real game. In a real game where you got one of the top 3 receivers in the NFL on your team, in Justin Jefferson. With another great duo right alongside him in Jordan Addison. Like, is the quarterback play that bad? Is there a development problem when it comes to quarterbacks in the NFL for you to have one of the, I'm talking about with your eyes closed, I can get the ball to goddamn Justin Jefferson. What are we talking about? He got to be frustrated. I know a lot of people be like, oh, he's not like that. He's not into drama. Oh, he's not a diva. The hell you say? Man, y'all better wake up, man. The man wants to produce. He wants to be able to, help his team win. Justin Jefferson had 4 catches for 30 yards. He can catch 4 balls for 30 yards walking to his car.
With me.
Come on, man.
Well, that's not his fault. That's the organization fault. Everybody don't know how to build a team.
The quarterback carousel, the inconsistency at quarterback with the starter who continues to keep getting hurt. There's always something else going wrong with him. Well, hell, more and more the season goes on, the more they should be kicking themselves about letting Sam Darnold walk out that, I almost curse, but I ain't gonna curse.
They should.
They should be kicking themselves about letting Sam Darnold walk out that goddamn door.
They absolutely should, Ocho. And being cheap. I mean, think about what they paid him. I think Seattle paid him $30 million, maybe $33 million a year. Gave him some incentives, could probably bump it up to 35, 40.
And that's a bargain.
The guy won 14 games for you last year. So you're going to go with an unproven guy. And I get it. We took J.J. McCarthy. I had my concerns about McCarthy because they were a running team. Now, the likelihood of you coming into the NFL, you're going to have to throw your way to a championship. You're not running your way to a championship. Look at all the running quarterbacks. Name me one that's won a championship running the football. Steve Young had to figure out how to throw from the pocket. My guy, number 7, had to throw from the pocket. Lamar Jackson has won MVPs because he's gotten better throwing from the pocket. You've got to throw from the pocket. And so it set up. I was like, hold on, y'all taking a guy this high? And all he did was basically turn around and hand the ball off to Charbonneau and Corbin. And y'all think that's the guy that's going to take? Y'all got Jetta and y'all got all these high-powered weapons, and y'all feel comfortable with that? Okay. Y'all know more than me. Y'all scouted more than I did. Okay, I get it. But he got injured. He missed his entire year. How many times has he been nicked this year and had to sit out? There's a reoccurring theme. Now, your backup, Carson Wentz, he got hurt. No surprise there. He's always getting hurt. And now you got a guy that's kind of bounced around, and I don't know what you expected to get out of him. 9 of 16 for 51 yards. He was sacked 7 times. But I think it's only fair that Dan Campbell gets some criticism because we applaud him when he goes for it on 4th down. We applaud him for having this team ready to play. All I know is this. Brian Flores better be getting some serious consideration. Because look at the job that he's done against the Detroit Lions in back-to-back week. Now imagine if you had a quarterback would back it up that could get backed up by that defense.
Yeah.
You got Dallas Turner. You got Van Ginkel. Oh, that defense is legit. Harrison Smith is still playing at the top of his game.
Absolutely.
Murphy Jr. Just imagine if you had an offense that can put them in a deficit, that could put you in a deficit more times than not, instead of you playing from a deficit. Because they know, look, guys, if we fall behind, man, there's a good chance we gonna lose. And we ain't got an offense that can go get points.
I mean, the funny thing about it, Unc, when you think about it, they got the offense. They just missing one piece. They missing the centerpiece. They missing the most important piece. They missing the one that makes the most money for a goddamn reason. The quarterback. That's all they're missing. That's why you understand quarterbacks don't come around that often. They're very hard. They're very, very extremely hard to find. For those in the chat that have been watching the game of football for a very long time, you understand by watching and understanding. Maybe your team might not have a quarterback and haven't had one for years. You understand how hard they are to come by. When you get one and you get a small sample size of what he can do, which Sam Darnold showed you last year, you don't let him walk out the door because you drafted somebody with a 10 pick in the first round.
Not at that price, Ocho. Not at the price. Now, if you had to pay him $50 million,
that's different. That's different.
That's different. Ocho, you got him for $30 million and plus a couple of incentives. Okay, you take us back to you win the division, we'll give you another $1 million. You make the Pro Bowl, I give you another $1 million. You play 65, 70% of the snaps, I give you another $1 million. I'll incentivize it so he can get to $40 million. So he feels good about himself. Obviously, he like, man, I won 14 games last year. The team is back. I still got Jetta. I still got Addison. I got Hawkinson. I got Jones in the backfield. I'm good. The offensive line's a little beat up. We coming and going, but hey, I'm good with that. I played behind it last year. I can do it again this year. I don't know what they were thinking. Quarterbacks don't grow on trees, not good ones.
No, absolutely not.
I mean, Ocho, grass. I mean, you can find vines and stuff and kudzu. They spread like wildfire. But really quality stuff you don't find often. And when you get a quarterback, and you've seen his body of work, so you know his study habits, you know his practice habits, you know how he performs in game situations. I don't know what more you need. You don't know what J.J. McCarthy habits are come game time because he hasn't been in one. Not a real game. Okay, his study habits. He hurt. What else can he do? I think they dropped the ball on this, Ocho, considering what's in that division. You look at what's in that division. Caleb Williams not going anywhere. Jordan Love not going anywhere. Jared Goff has another 3-4 years not going anywhere. You're behind. Your defense rivals all of them. But where you lack is your quarterback. That's the most important thing.
That's it. So look,
that's what needs to be
matter of fact,
Ocho, in this game, Jetta passed Randy Moss 8,375 yards for the most receiving yards by a player in his first 6 NFL seasons. Well, he's going to probably be upstairs and say, hey, man, I need y'all to go get me a quarterback.
Because he could have passed it.
Because I'm struggling. Ocho, this man struggling. I mean, come on now, Ocho. 17 games, a receiver getting 1,000 yards, it ain't nothing. That's basically, Ocho, that's basically 62 yards a game. And I'm paying $35 million for 62 yards a game, Ocho? No. And that's not his fault. Ain't nothing he can do about that because he can't throw it to his damn self.
You right.
But you know what's going to happen, Ocho. You know what it is. Hey, man. You know, woo. I know it's not all your fault. Ain't none of it. You mean all my fault? Ain't none of it my fault.
You know the game. You know the game. And listen, what I like about Jetta, he pure class, huh? He pure class. You know, he say all the right things. You put that camera in front of him, you ask him the right question, he gonna give you what you want. He gonna give you everything you want. But I know how he really feel. You can tell in his mannerism. You can tell by how he walk. You can see it in his eyes. You know, but he holding back. So I'm hoping management does their due diligence in addressing the situation and getting young Bull a quarterback because he's on a historic run. He's on a historic run and going to go down as one of the best to ever play this I almost cursed again. He's going to go down as one of the best to ever play this game and accomplish stuff in such a short amount of time that not very many have done before. And him not having a quarterback, an adequate quarterback, is hurting. It's hurting.
It absolutely is hurting him, Ocho. And the thing is, like you said, those his historic numbers, and you look at what this man missed damn near half a season, came back and got over 1,000 yards and made the Pro Bowl. Now he says, I played a full season. And you mean to tell me I got to struggle? I got to go into the last game to get 1,000 yards? And y'all, Ash, put up his numbers. What does he have right now? They might have to force feed him to get 1,000, Ocho. You might win out.
You got me?
Are you muted?
Okay, my bad. Yeah, I mean, hold on. I thought it was at 1,000 already.
I don't know.
He
Hold on,
can't
let
be
me
that
see.
far behind.
He need to go in the next week.
And go crazy?
Nah, he don't need to go crazy. He got 947. He's 53 yards short. He had 40 tonight. So it's not out of the realm of possibility.
Okay, so is JJ McCarthy coming back next week? If JJ McCarthy coming back,
no. He fractured a bone in his throwing hand.
I don't give a fuck. Nigga, wrap that bitch up. Come on back.
He can't grip the ball.
Left hand.
Hell, he can't throw with his right.
Hey, come on, man. Like, I mean, well, Brosmer, I mean, listen, 50 yards, they can get it 50. He got to get that 1,000 yards. He has to continue. He has to get that 1,000 yards. I'm sure the Vikings organization, the play caller, head coach, they're going to make sure he does get it to keep that historic pace and what he's done since he's entered the NFL. Keep it going. And I have one question I want to ask you about the Detroit Lions. Chat, you guys can chime in too. Do we give Dan Campbell any kind of grace? Do we give him some grace? I know we love his bravado. We love the fact that he's very confident in his players, his team, especially offensively, because he's one of the few coaches, regardless of analytics, regardless of what anybody says, he always goes for it on fourth down. But do we give him any grace? Even though this is a failed season, right? Because of the injuries he's had on defense this year.
No, they had those injuries last year and they still did it. I mean, you take the points early, and last week you kicking the ball to win the game in Pittsburgh against Pittsburgh at home. His play calling have left something to be. I mean, hey, let's just call it what it is. I mean, he took on the play calling, and since he's taken on the play calling, they've lost 4 of their last 5 games. Because we gave him credit. We lauded him when they won and he started to take it over the plays, and he let it be known that he was taking over the play calling. So no, we don't do no excuses here. Aiden Hutchinson is being Aiden Hutchinson. Jack Campbell was all over the field today. Muhammad doing what Muhammad does all over the field today. The defense didn't play bad. Bro, it's hard to overcome 6 turnovers.
You're absolutely right. Hey, please tell me, listen, I hate to go back. I want to talk about one play with Hutchinson. Please tell me you saw him do that Euro step spin. Oh, my God.
If you had any doubt if that leg was healthy.
Hey, that move was so smooth. Yeah.
And quick.
Ooh, that was nice. Hey, he got a nice little bag on. He got a nice little toolbox on. Little toolbox.
Mm-hmm. And then he got Muhammad on the other side. Muhammad flush him one side. Hey, it's like a hunting. You know, the pointers go in there and flush the game out. I pick him off. Okay, you flush him to the left, I got him. You flush him to the right, I got him. Yeah. We work with that. Hey, y'all collapse the pocket inside so he can't step up. He got to come. He got to come. Look here. Ocho, I'm plugging up all the holes. He got to come out of one of these two holes. And I got Muhammad plugging one, and I got Hutchinson plugging the other. He got nowhere to go. Look, he got the most yards for the first 6 years. I don't know how much he'll gonna have it because Chase behind him.
Yeah. Hey, you know what? I mean, those two are gonna be neck and neck throughout their entire career.
Well, I think Chase gonna pass it because Chase got a quarterback. Now I don't know how long Chase gonna have if he wants to stay in whatever. That's a discussion for another day. But as long as he has him, he has a decided advantage.
You got to be careful. You got to be careful because look what you just said. He has a quarterback. Now there's only so many teams now that have quarterbacks of that magnitude where you can leave one team and go to the next, and that production continues to remain the same. It ain't that easy.
Right. And you see, think about it. Look at what Jeff had. You say whatever you want to say, but first cousin, you protect him, he pick you apart.
Surgical.
And last year he had no drop off because Sam Darnold came in and played extremely well. So he had no drop off from Cousins to Darnold. And then he gets JJ McCarthy, he gets Wentz, and he gets Bozeman, and you see a precipitous drop.
That's
so
it hurts me, and I'm just watching.
It hurts me too, but I don't really know what else. I don't really know what else we can do, Ocho. I don't know what else we can do. Just hope keep his head up because you look, we've both been in situations like that. You more so than me being a wide receiver and having a level of expectations and playing to a certain standard. And then because people don't really care about the quarterback situation. All they want to see, they see Ochocinco on the back of that jersey, 85. Well, I don't see no dancing. Well, I don't see no sombrero on the sideline. Why I don't see no jokes anymore. I don't see no antics. I don't see none of that. What's going on?
I remember them.
You see what's going on?
I remember them days.
The Raiders are in position to drop to have the top draft pick, Ocho, after a 34-10 loss to the Giants. Vegas, 2-14, will secure the top pick with a loss next week to Kansas City. And quarterback Geno Smith is unlikely to play because of a high ankle sprain. He wasn't playing anyway. The Raiders scared to reach 10 games, which matches the longest season streak and for the fifth longest in franchise history. They look bad. They bad. I mean, Chad, I don't really know what y'all want me to say about it, but they bad.
Hey, what the Raiders gonna do? I'm just curious. What do you do at this point? What does Mark Davis do at this point? What does Pete Carroll do at this point?
They need to move in. They didn't move on.
Move on from who?
I mean, Geno was 28 of 20. Kenny Pickett was 2 of 2, so 22 of 30, 168 yards, 1 touchdown, 2 interceptions. Ashton Genty, 16 for 60. They had 20 carries for 63 yards, so basically 3.3 yards a carry. They're just bad. They're just bad, Ocho.
Hey, you sound so disappointed.
It is, Ocho. I mean, Jacoby Myers, he's a competent receiver. I mean, Myers played well for New England.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Absolutely. Absolutely.
I thought he played well for the Raiders. Now he's found new life. Mm-hmm. He made a huge ass catch today. Mm-hmm. It was 3rd and 11, and Trevor Lawrence was under heavy pressure, and he threw it, caught it for 10, and they ended up going for it on 4th down and basically running out the clock. And guy came in through a Hail Mary in the end zone that got picked. But, man, the Raiders Jackson Dart was 22 of 30, 207, no touchdowns, no interception. Mm-hmm. Tyrone Tracy, 14 for 62. Dart, 9 for 48. Devin Singletary had 8 for 45, 35 attempts, 155 yards, 3 touchdowns, 2 of those by Jackson Dart. Wan'Dale Robinson, 11 for $113.
Wan'Dale.
Raiders just bad. Let's move on. We don't need to talk about them no more.
I know. I'm just. What do you do? I mean, Chad. Maybe y'all have a explanation. Where do the Raiders go? What do you do if you were Mark Davis? I just want to see in the chat. I'm just curious because I'm stuck. I'm at a loss for words. I can't even think of what they need to do to become better. I don't even know what position you start with.
Ocho, they got no receivers. Your best player is a tight end. You need a quarterback. You need an offensive line. You need defensive players to go along with Max Crosby if you're going to keep him.
Damn.
Trade that number one. I don't know. Maybe there's a quarterback that in the draft that you like, but you got to build. I mean, they're bad. They're just bad, Ocho. They are. Yeah. They're just bad.
So like
Tyler Shook.
Bad news bears bad?
Yep. Tyler Shook rallied the Saints with a big second half to beat the Titans by the score of 34-26. New Orleans may have just found their quarterback, Ocho. Yeah. Tyler Shook is playing for the first-year head coach, Kellen Moore. The rookie improved to 5-3 as a starter, helping the Saints go 6-10, win their 4th straight. He outplayed number 1 overall pick Cam Ward in the NFL's 3rd game between starting rookie quarterbacks this season. Shook 22 of 27, a career best 333 yards, 2 touchdowns, and a passer rating of 142.7.
Mm-hmm.
Chris Olave, 8 for $119 in the tub. Juwan Johnson, 4 for 95. Dante Pettis, 3 for 53. Cam Ward was 21 of 40, 251, 2 touchdowns, no interceptions. Tony Pollard had 18 for 85. Okongwu, 3 for 55 and a touchdown. DK had Dike. Is it Dike? D-I-K-E. 4 for 55. Van Jefferson had 3 for 46. Jeffrey Simmons had another sack, Ocho.
Yeah.
Ocho, I told you. I mean, look, we beat the kid up because I'm trying to say shot, and it's like pronounced shook. I was like, man, this guy here,
Tyler
he balled his ass off.
Yeah, he balling.
DK? Huh?
He balling. He balling.
Hell yeah.
I think was it last week? I mean, we were talking about the Saints, and I thought.
And I said, Ocho, what if he's the guy?
Yeah, I mean, I didn't know. And Saints fans got on my head talking about, we've seen enough. He's the future. I'm assuming maybe everybody likes him. Maybe he's the future. But I remember, it was somewhat of a merry-go-round, a quarterback carousel. It was Spencer Rattler. Then it was him. And I'm not sure if they went back to Spencer. It might have been because of injury or whatever. But then Shook came back,
Mm-hmm.
And since he's come back, he has not relinquished that starting spot.
And is not going to relinquish it.
No. Yeah.
Damn, Cam Jordan had another sack. Chase Young took the ball out of Cam Ward's hand and ran a touchdown.
Yeah, I saw that.
He's starting to look like the number 2 overall draft pick.
Yeah.
This is what they envisioned. I mean, obviously, Washington, he was Defensive Rookie of the Year, goes to the Pro Bowl. He tears his knee. He's not the same player. Bounce goes to San Fran. He plays okay, but he wasn't great there. Right. He's found a home here in New Orleans. Mm-hmm. And he looks like the number 2 overall pick.
Yeah.
Sometimes you look at him, you question him, like, damn, son, you that big, that strong, that fast. You got to give me a little bit more effort than that.
Right.
But I love the way he's bounced back this year. I love the way he's played. But Tyler Shook has played extremely well, Ocho. Mm-hmm. Kellen Moore is another guy can dial it up, Ocho.
Oh yeah,
he can dial it up.
Oh, yeah. Matter of fact, that might be a reason why they look the way they do.
Yep. So absolutely. So the Saints 6-10. 34-26 victory over the Titans. All right, guys, we're gonna get you out of here after this.
Where we going?
It's been a long day. It's been a long day.
We leaving?
Time for our final segment of the evening. It's time for Q and A.
Damn, man, we just started.
Kemper Norwood Jr., Ocho, I think you'll be good at being a comedian. You'll be great at coming up with jokes. Do you have a joke for us tonight?
Hey, give me 2 minutes. Let me think. Let me think of something good because my last 3 jokes have been phenomenal. I'm talking about they've been really good. So I can't give you a dud. Just let me think of something real good. Let me think of something good. I'm gonna come back to it.
H-Bell OG almost called 911 the way the Eagles D-line harassed the Bills tonight. They put Josh Allen under duress. It was that one turnover, Ocho. I don't know what he was thinking. I mean, he's talking about that was a forward pass. No, bro, the ball slipped out of your hand and went way, way, way back, and they end up getting points out of that. And that's the one thing that he cannot do. You cannot turn the ball over, Josh. You know that.
Yeah, and that's been his problem. That's been his Achilles heel, and he somewhat stopped doing it. Yep. And tonight was one of those nights where he tried to put everything was on him, on. He had to put the team on his back, and he just couldn't get it done tonight.
Yep. I'm GLYN for real. Let's go. Hey, Unc and Ocho. Thank you, guys. Thank you for support. Bavin Patel, Steelers absolutely hosed by no call on pass interference on Denzel Ward. NFL had to make sure Steelers lost, so ratings will be great for next week versus the Ravens for the division. Man, stop that. That wasn't no PI. You know damn well that wasn't no PI. The Atlanta Falcons pulls off a shocker with a 24-21 victory over the Los Angeles Rams. But it was Bijan Robinson that had himself a night. And he showed you why he's going to the Pro Bowl. There's a great chance he's going to be a first-team All-Pro because the way he can start, stop on a dime. Hell, Ocho, I thought he was 4-4. That ain't no 4-4 because dude went and got him. He should have had 290 yards.
Yeah, absolutely. And before you go talking about the game, I want to talk about Bijan real quick and how specially. And when I look at in NFL history, all the running backs that had the agility, the quickness, the ability to the jump cut, jump start, come to balance, and reaccelerate again, I can only think of 4 who look like Bijan Robinson. I think of Barry Sanders for one. I'm not saying he's Barry Sanders. I'm talking about his style of play, the way he can move. I'm not saying he's Barry Sanders. We got LaShawn McCoy. Who?
Yes.
We got Marshall Faulk, and we got Bijan. Now, for those in the chat that watch football, understand what I'm talking about. I'm not comparing these players at all. I'm saying the style and play in which they run the ball and the abilities that they have when they have the ball in their hands are damn near similar.
He definitely reminds me more of LaShawn McCoy. Barry was more of a 2-foot jump stop guy and keep going. I mean, if you look at Barry, I mean, I've never seen a guy, and you'll probably never see another guy that can do what Barry. I mean, his joints. I'm surprised he ain't got hip replacement and double knee and double hip replacement, Ocho, because you've never seen a guy that can start and stop. I'm talking about he hop, stop with both feet, shimmy, and then take off running again. He was unbelievable. But Bijan Robinson, boy, you special. I mean, but he reminds you. Let me tell you why he looks like Barry, because Barry can take a 5-yard loss, and you forget that it was a loss. You like, man, he shook 6 people. Yeah, but he lost 5 yards. Don't even worry about that. Don't even worry about that. It's 2nd and 15, I know. But you see all those guys laying on the ground? He shook them. And that's what Bijan, that 31-yard run, Ocho, 3 guys had him dead to right. One verse, I think, actually had him pulling him down. And how he get out of that, I don't know. I don't know. But they did win this ball game tonight, 27-24. Bijan Robinson, 22 carries, $195, 1 score. And he also had a receiving touchdown in the first quarter of the ball game. And they took an early 21-0 lead, built that lead to 24-3. But the Rams come all the way back. They get a touchdown pass to Ferguson. They get a block kick. Yeah. They score a field goal. Well, they score the field goal first, and then they get the touchdown to Ferguson. Then they get the block kick, and then they get the jet screen to Puka, who gets the ball into the end zone. But the Falcons go down the field, bleed the clock. Almost been a great catch by Puka. That was unbelievable because it looked like a catch. Ocho, until they showed that other angle where the ball actually came loose from his hand, it looked like a catch.
It did. Puka, man, listen. He's been making some unbelievable plays. He's been making some unbelievable catches, and that would have been a dope catch for him to come up with that one. But, I mean, the Rams did this to themselves, huh? Listen, the offense that we've seen play all year long, putting up 30, damn near 30, 35 a game they just weren't clicking on they just weren't clicking tonight offensively. And Matt Stafford didn't make it any easy. He didn't make it any easier throwing. Hell, he had what 5 interceptions?
3 picks.
He had 5 interceptions all season long, and he comes in tonight and he has 3.
Those 3. And look, he overshot and based the third, got him, runs it back for a pick. But the 3x2 Ocho, he passed off 3 and jumps 2. We just talked about that last week. The guy passed off 2 and jumped 1. So we see that. That is a very common thing. They're like, bro, they're not throwing you the ball. They're looking to throw the ball. They're trying to get me up out of there so they can throw in behind me. I'm going to pass that off. Let the safety worry about that. And he did. 31 made a great play. He had 2 picks tonight, which were outstanding. But you said it, Ocho. The Rams don't have anybody to blame but themselves, and it's kind of hard. It's like no matter what, we're the 5th or the 6th seed. You know what I'm saying, Ocho? It's not like we can't win the division. We can't get a home game. So, oh well, it is what it is. Yeah. But you never know. I mean, hey, the 7th seed might make it, and then you're the 5th or the 6th seed, and you do get a home game. So you never know what could happen. But the Falcons, and I told you, Ocho, I said, Ocho, the Falcons defense better than you think now.
The defense,
they better. I say they can. Floyd and Pierce, they can get after you. Ellis, I like that linebacker. I said they can get after people. Remember how they made Josh Allen look? Didn't they beat the Buffalo Bills 30-0?
Absolutely. Hey, and the back end is really good too. AJ Terrell, Jesse Bates.
Yeah, AJ Terrell played really well. You got Bates the third. Xavier Watts had an outstanding game. They played really well today. Ocho, they called holding. That wasn't no look. I think they ended up scoring anyway, but that wasn't no holding. The lineman was going down. The left tackle go ahead and throws him down, and because Puka made a great, that was a long touchdown pass. I think they ended up scoring on that drive anyway. But this was a game, and Zane Gonzalez made a 51-yard field goal with 25 seconds left, which turned out to be the game winner. The Rams will get the number 5 seed in the NFC if they win against Arizona, which is a home game, and the 49ers lose to the Seahawks. If the Rams lose to the Cardinals or the 49ers beat the Seahawks, the Rams will get the 6th seed. That might not be a bad idea because you get an opportunity to play the Eagles. The Eagles are not as vaunted as they were last year, Ocho. They're not clicking on all cylinders. 17 total yards in the second half. I think Jalen Hurts had 2 yards in the second. I don't think he completed a pass in the second half. Look that up. I don't think he completed a pass in the second half, Ocho.
I think that would be a good matchup, especially in favor of the Rams. The Rams being able to score at will, but it'd be a good thing because the Eagles defense will show up. Now, what portion or what part of the Eagles offense are we going to get that game? Are they going to give us a portion of their offense that we just saw this previous weekend? Then they going home early.
Well, Devontae will be back. You forgot Devontae been gone the last 2 games. And he looked good. I mean, he was warming up on the field. They kept him down.
What?
Yeah. So there's a chance that they keep him out one more time and give him another week. Right. So I'm assuming that when he gets back, now the thing is, Ocho, hamstrings, they like warm weather. They don't really like the cold. You going outside and feel it. And maybe that storm that hit the Northeast, hit New York and Philly and upstate, all that area, maybe that's blown over by that time. By the time they get there, in 2 weeks, maybe that storm is gone and another one won't blow back in. But I thought the Falcons played really good today. Cousins didn't have to do a whole lot. He was 13 of 20, 126, 1 touchdown. But Bijan Robinson, they had 33 carries, 219, and a touchdown, and the 1 touchdown to Bijan Robinson. But Bijan was sensational today. What can you say? And I'm glad people get an opportunity to see him because he's had a couple of national televised games. But you get an opportunity to see one of the better backs in the league, and you see how he can catch the ball, he can run it. And if I'm teams, but I'm scary. I'm afraid, Ocho, that he might slip because I really want to blitz him and make him stand and block. But just my luck, I blitz him and he slip out.
And get the ball to him.
He leaking it down.
That's one of the few players you don't want to see in space. No player wants to see him in space. It's not happening.
So, obviously, Kyron Williams ran the ball. He had 13 carries for 92 yards, didn't have nearly enough. They had 20 rushes, 115. Yeah. But because they fell behind by so much, it kind of neutralized the running game. They went back to it, but not nearly as enough as Sean McVay would like to call the running game, because he likes to do a lot of play action off of the running game, a la Kyle Shanahan and the San Francisco 49ers. They do a lot. Even when they go in motion and they insert the wide receivers, a lot of times those wide receivers are looking to run crosser routes or they're looking to run sail routes. And because you see most times when people motion the wide receiver in and he leads up inside, it's like, oh, here come the run block. But they'll fake it, and then all of a sudden he'll go to the far cross or he'll go to the 7. Yeah. But they didn't get an opportunity to do a lot of that tonight because they fell behind by so much. They turned the ball over. Atlanta capitalized on it. But this game, I am so glad the Falcons won, because this thing would have been real. Mr. Blank would have been very disappointed with Raheem had he lost this one.
Absolutely. It's unfortunate, obviously, that the head coach is responsible for losses like that when the onus is on the players. All the coaching can do is they can coach. They can go through the X's and O's. They can give the game plan. They can give the scheme. They can tell you what we need to do. And it's up to you. It's up to you to execute it. And when mistakes are made on the field, it's sad that, the responsibility is on the coach when it's actually the player that makes those mistakes. That's the part that sucks.
They get a lot of credit when things go well, far too much credit, and when things go bad, they get too much of the blame. But at the end of the day, I try to put you in the best position that I possibly can. Now it's left up to you to go execute those. But give the Falcons, they're still fighting hard. Now you look at them like, bruh, the way y'all play it, ain't no way y'all should be under 500. Y'all should have been. So the last weekend should have come down to you guys and Carolina and Tampa for the division. Not this. Now you guys are playing. Want to finish out strong, be 8-9. Nah, y'all they got too much talent, Ocho. When you look at them, look at Bijan Robinson and Algier. You look at the receivers, Mooney and Robinson and Kyle Pitts, Drake London, David Sills the fifth. Stepped up tonight. They got too much talent on the offensive side of football, and their defense isn't bad. There isn't bad. They can get after the quarterback. I like Leonard Floyd. I always thought he was good. I like Pierce. Ellis, the linebacker, is really good. They got AJ Terrell. They got good players. If I'm Mr. Blank, I'm giving Raheem an ultimatum. Bro, make the playoffs and you got to go. It's really that simple, Ocho.
Damn, Monk.
Yeah,
I'm with you when you're right. I'm with you when you're right. This is Raheem's third year,
it's his second year, isn't it? Is it third or second? Because didn't they take? It might be his third year, Ocho.
Third, if I'm not mistaken.
This is the second year, because remember they took Penix Jr. last year, which was his first year.
Right.
But you look at what they got. They got A.J. Terrell. They got Jesse Bates III, Leonard Floyd, Pierce Jr. They got some guys. Those interior guys are really good. They're not in the names like a Jeffrey Simmons. They're not a name like a Chris Jones. They're not a name like that, but they're solid players. Yeah. In that division, Ocho? Yeah. You got to make the playoffs in that division. Because they ain't no hell raisers in that division. There's some solid teams, but there are no Rams in that division. There are no Seahawks in that division. There are no 49ers in that division. There are no Eagles in that division. There's no Chicago or the Green Bays in that division. Nah, that's one of the weaker divisions in football, and I expect better than what I got this year. At some point in time, Ocho, we can't keep kicking this thing down the road and say next year and next year and next year. You got enough. He's giving you enough. Now it's time to go make this thing happen.
You definitely have enough to compete. Definitely got enough.
So it's going to be very interesting. The 49ers, if they beat Seattle, they're the number 1 seed. Seattle wins. Seattle's the 1 seed. Those are the only scenarios.
Hey,
those are the only scenarios.
The good thing about those scenarios, either way it go, I'm in the playoffs.
Well, if the Bears, if the Eagles win and the Bears lose, the Eagles will go to the 2 slot. The Bears will fall down to the 3 slot, and the winner of the NFC South will be in the 4 slot. So there's still a lot to play for. There's still a lot on the line, and it's going to be very, very interesting to see what transpires. The Eagles got the Commanders. Yeah. Eagles got the Commanders. The Cowboys got the Giants.
That should be an easy out. I don't mean to be disrespectful for the Eagles. This should be an easy out.
Now, I remember they ran the score up on them. They said, we got something for y'all. We see y'all in a couple of weeks. That's what they say, Ocho. I don't know now. That's what they say.
Listen, I know one thing. We can't have the bottom of the offense fall out like it did last week. We can't have that. I'm talking about we. But anyway, you can't go into a second half with 17 yards of offense. You're not going to win that game.
Oh, you talking about the Eagles?
You can't do that.
Yeah, because you definitely want to be playing your best football going towards the playoff,
You
Ocho.
need that momentum. You need that momentum going into the playoff.
Yeah. Yes. I agree. I definitely agree with you. But the Falcons win. They get an opportunity to close out the season on a positive note. If they can beat they got New Orleans, right? Yeah, they got New Orleans. New Orleans. They hate New Orleans. Hate them, and they hate New Orleans. The fans hate each other. Ocho, you would think that this is Baltimore, Pittsburgh, or this is the Cowboys, Commanders. It used to be the derogatory term. The Eagles, Giants. You would think it was one of those. Ocho,
it's bad.
It's bad.
Hey, you got to understand, and I'm just finding out about it. I'm just finding out about it. On Twitter, here I go trying to have everybody come together and have a kumbaya moment. It's a great game. Have Saints fans and Falcons fans sit together and enjoy the game as one. Man, they told me, Ocho, fuck you. Like, wait a minute.
And they wasn't very hospitable when Hurricane Katrina hit either.
They wasn't.
That's when they was like, don't break your ass up here. Go down to Houston, to go to go somewhere. Don't come here.
Yeah.
Man, I was like, come on, man.
Yeah, that's funny.
Y'all can resume that at a later date time. It's been that. It's always gonna be that.
You know what I would love to know? I would love to know the backstory on why the hatred is the way it is. I understand if it's a division game. You have your teams that you love. But it's a real hate when I talk to all Saints fans. I talk to Falcons fans. Like there's nothing between.
Yeah, they don't like each other for real.
I'm like, goddamn, what happened? I need the backstory on why it really is like that.
Ocho, do you think they could have called that? Because to me, it was an armbar offered on Tutu Atwell.
Yeah. You can't do that. Now, when your hand fighting, it's okay, but you behind. If you behind, if you even and your hand fighting, that's one thing. That's fair. You have an opportunity to make a play for the ball, but knowing that you're behind, and the only way what you can do is almost a veteran move too, Unc. You grab it, and
it is.
You hold one hand down the best way you can. But it's hard for the ref whose
body is being blocked by the receiver to see it. But guess who's not blocked? That back judge. The side judge might not can see it, but there's a back judge up under the goalpost. That's far enough back there. He can see it, Ocho.
You can see it?
Hell yeah, he can see it.
I think he blocked off, Unc. I think because you got to think where Tutu, with the way Tutu was going on the deep ball, the ball was over his outside shoulder.
I know it was over his outside shoulder. Remember, it was like this.
I mean, the ref can't see what's going on the other side.
Think about it. If I'm going like this, I'm coming towards you, and I reach. He's got my left arm pinned. So theoretically, if the side judge is blocked, there's the back judge right there.
And you know what? The side judge, is he all the way down the field too? Can he even see that? I don't even think the side judge got a visual.
He should, because they'd be throwing flags out of nowhere from somewhere. Somebody be having yellow flags. Let's get in the stands. But it was great. And I'm not so sure, Ocho, had he caught it, because there was 10 seconds on the clock, I'm not so sure, Ocho, they could have got everybody to the line and killed it to get a chance to get a ball off.
They was out of timeouts already?
Yeah, they was out of timeouts.
That would have been tough.
I don't know, Ocho, if they could have got down there in 10 seconds. Them linemen.
Hold on. That's another thing. The NFL might need to go back. why don't you allow people to at least get themselves set before you start?
Nah, that ain't got nothing to do with me. Tick, 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 tick. I'm letting that clock run. Tick, 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 tick. That ain't got nothing to do with me.
Yeah, I think that's unfair. You should at least give the team an opportunity to get to the ball. Once the referee sets the ball, and then let the clock go.
The clock's going regardless. See, you try to get them old college rules.
Yeah. Just give y'all.
Drake May just took a big lead in the MVP updated odds across all sports book. Drake May had a total of 2 incompletions in week 17. Meanwhile, Matthew Stafford threw 3 interceptions. Matthew Stafford now has updated. He has 42 touchdowns, 8 interceptions. Drake May has 34 touchdowns, 8 interceptions. But he was exquisite yesterday, and everybody saw it. And Matthew Stafford, everybody saw the 3 interceptions. So unless something, and I'm trying to think, who did the Jets play? The Dolphins? Jets played. No, I mean the Patriots played the Dolphins. Played the Dolphins. Yeah, the Bills got a bye week.
You know what I did too yesterday, Unc? I don't know
What'd
if it was
you do?
yesterday when we asked about who would be the MVP, and I chose Matt Stafford. But what Matt Stafford is doing, he's supposed to be doing that. We've seen him do that before.
Yeah.
And I want to change my pick, and not because it's a nice performance, it's because I look at the body of work that Drake May has put over throughout the entirety of this season. And how he's put the Patriots on his back. And the reason, honestly, the sole reason why they're in contention this year and having a chance at going to the playoffs and playing for Lombardi Trophy in absence of Tom Brady is because of him. Not because of not because of Josh McDaniels, not because of Mike Vrabel, but Drake May, because he's the one that has to make those decisions with the ball. And he's done extremely well at protecting the ball and making the most of all his opportunities.
He's played extremely well, but I think we can't say enough about what Josh has done and Josh's ability to get on that wavelength. The quarterback, he understands the quarterback. He always plays to his quarterback strengths. We saw this when he had Tom Brady, and then you saw, I think that was Bill O'Brien there because had already left. Charlie Weiss. And I think Bill O'Brien was there then. Wasn't Bill O'Brien the OC in 2008 when Matt Castle came in?
After Tom tore his knee?
Yeah. I think Bill O'Brien was there. Yeah, he was. Because remember, when they went to the Super Bowl and lost.
He was the wide receivers coach in 08, QB's coach in 09 and 2010, and then the OC in 2011.
Yeah. Yeah, Bill O'Brien was the head coach, wasn't he? I mean, the OC. Yeah. But you look at what he's been able to do with the quarter when he had Mac Jones. Mac Jones looked really, really well, went to the Pro Bowl. They went to the playoffs. Then all of a sudden, no, it wasn't all of a sudden. Josh McDaniels got the head coaching job.
Oakland first. Yeah.
And instead of Coach Belichick hiring somebody, because look, Coach Belichick always he rarely goes outside. Normally, the people that he hires from within. If you go back and study his history, Bill O'Brien was already on the staff. And everybody that he hires is already on his staff. Rarely does he go outside. And that's why he had Matt Patricia and Joe Judge take over the OC job when he should have gone outside. If you didn't trust somebody that was already on your staff, you can't hire a special teams coach and a defensive coordinator all of a sudden to be co-offensive coordinators and being a young player there. You just can't do that. But Matthew Stafford, he definitely hurt himself tonight. It reminds me of the situation that Patrick Mahomes was leading in the MVP race, and they played the Atlanta Falcons and they won, but Patrick Mahomes did not play well, and Aaron Rodgers threw like 3 touchdowns and took over the lead, and he ended up winning the MVP. So we might have a very, very similar situation on our hands. 63% of the chat is taking Drake May for the MVP. 37% is taking Matthew Stafford.